just come on down and get you one.
You know, they're just like family to us, aren't they?
They are, yes.
Gillen's Guide.
School bus transportation plays a critical role in education. This is a reminder for students and parents to keep school bus safety at the forefront to keep our children safe. Make sure children leave home on time so they can arrive at the bus stop before it is due. Wait in a location where the driver can see them while approaching. While seated, your child must take their backpack off and place it in front of them on the floor or in their lap. Young children must have a parent or adult present for the child to be picked up or dropped off. A bus cannot leave or move until the child is 12 feet away. Pike County Schools, excellence in education.
At Max Credit Union, we enjoy more. Serving more, teaching more, growing more, giving more, supporting more, sharing more, and more of everything. Max Credit Union is dedicated to connecting with our communities and members, providing all the financial, tools, services, and expertise they need to live their best life, providing more of everything since 1955. Max Credit Union.
At Wiley Sanders Strut Lines, we put God and family first. We've been in business since 1959. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Strut Line, Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. Woo! We got the trucks. Come to Wiley Sanders Strut Line. Tell them, boy.
So many people have had a great experience here at Gillen Ford. But don't take my word for it.
Gillen is a place where you want to come and shop.
When I wanted a new Ford Edge, I knew exactly what I was looking for.
Wonderful salesman. They treat you wonderful here.
Had a great experience at Gillen, great sales staff. We were able to fill out paperwork, come back, sign, and drive it away.
The service here at Gillen's was outstanding.
They make you feel like family.
And Gillen Ford made it happen, all while treating me like family.
Gillen's Guide.
Welcome to the Coaches Show, October 11th. First up tonight, Coach Quinn Hambright with the Charles Henderson Trojans. Coach, thank you for being here tonight.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
I know how busy coaches are, and it means a lot that you took the time to be here. Coach, we went to Rehoboth last week, and it was the ending of a 5-game road stretch for the Trojans, and thank goodness that that's over with. And they end up on the better side. They get the best of us, 30-27. Almost an incredible comeback, but it fell just short in the end. We just couldn't find an answer to their ground and pound, is what I kept calling it on the C Spire replay. Take a minute and just talk about how that game unfolded down there.
A lot of mistakes on our end. Hats off to Rehoboth for having a game plan and sticking with it. They threw the ball 0 times. No passes in the entire game. So, hats off to them and their coaching staff for sticking with it. We knew we were going into the game, banged up. We had a few guys out with concussions, a few key guys up front. And, that first drive, though, we still moved the ball. I mean, like we kind of wanted to.
Yep.
But, with the Jawan's touchdown got called back for a crack. Then we had a drop, back to back, actually. First touchdown drop through the middle, second touchdown drop was a corner route, third touchdown drop was a post route. And, we settled for a field goal that first drive.
Right.
We just can't leave that many points on the board. And, and I tell them all the time, even before the game, throughout the week, you respect every opponent that you play. You have to. If you don't respect the opponent, that means you don't respect the game. And it'll catch up to you. And, we had an okay week of practice last week. And so that first half, it just wasn't what we wanted it to be. The second half, I guess they had a gut check and realized, oh my God, we have a football game today.
We better play.
We better play. So, they came out in the second half and fought hard. They fought very, very hard to come back into the game. So I was extremely proud of them for that. But, you don't dig yourself in that type of hole. And, so we made some adjustments this week. We got a lot of key guys to come back off of their concussion protocol. So hopefully we can, change the narrative this week.
Okay, good deal, Coach. And and just to clarify one thing, you said we had a crack. And some of the older crowd that's watching may not understand, that's in the business what they call a blindside block.
Right.
So that's what he was referencing. They had a touchdown called back, and so when Coach Hambright said it had a crack, that's what he was referencing on that. Coach, it wasn't all doom and gloom though. I mean, Parker Adams and Jawan Boyd both had solid games for the Trojans. Parker threw for 237 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jawan caught 215 of the 237 yards.
Yeah.
Can you speak on those two and their connection in that game? Before you do answer that question, I thought it was incredible that Parker and Jawan could just run the backyard football play. Hey, run out there 5 yards and turn around.
Right.
And I mean, it's like they ran the 6-yard button hook 10 times.
Yeah.
And they probably completed it 9 out of 10.
Right.
That was amazing.
Yeah. So, and that's what I talked to my offensive coordinator about. Coach Austin does a great job with taking what they give you. There's no need to take the shot if it's not there. If they're playing 14, 15 yards back, throw it now.
Yeah.
Give it to the guy so he can make a play. And Jawan definitely did that. They said the other guys had some key drops, but even him, Jawan dropped a touchdown.
He did.
And but that connection is special. We're still trying to make sure everybody is involved in the offense. But if it's working, don't try to fix anything that's not broken. And so if you're going to leave them open, we're going to throw it to them.
Yep.
And the run game couldn't get there because we started a 9th grade defensive lineman instead of the guys that we had, because we could have started some guys both ways, but we knew those trenches was going to be tired.
Yep.
We knew it was going to be a ground and pound type game. So we didn't want to put those defensive linemen in a bind, put them on O-line, those starters. But at the end of the day, we just have to execute. But that connection is special.
It is. It was really neat to notice from the stands. Hey, they got 2 on him, 1 deep, 1 middle. Just run out there 5 yards and I'll throw it to you, and you do your thing.
Yeah.
And that was kind of special, and he did it to the tune of 215 yards.
Right.
So that was there.
Yeah.
That was there. The problem was we just couldn't get the ball.
Right.
For them to do that more often.
Right.
But Coach, during the mad push for the comeback in the second half, Cameron Johnson blocks a punt. Then he rounds it up.
Yep.
Scoops it, makes 2 guys miss at about the 3 or 4, and scores a touchdown. What a heck of an individual effort by Cameron Johnson. Speak to us a little bit about Cameron and that play.
Yeah, Cam, he probably should have about 4 blocks this season. A lot in his career, but he finally caught one off the foot. He's always free off the edge. He plays hard. He's a physical kid to be. He's like 165 pounds, but he's very physical. So, when I called the block, and when I saw him come off the edge, it was like, yeah, we got this one.
Yeah.
And as long as he keeps his hands down, this right here, you're not going to block him. But hand down, head down.
Yeah.
He caught it off his foot, and he tried. I guess it shocked him because he tried to pick it up instead of scooping. We practiced scoop and score. He like, oh my God, the ball's on the ground. And so he picked it up and scored, and that was a big momentum shifter. However, we got 2 penalties right after that, so that was a momentum shift, and then
Flip the field. It flipped the field.
It flipped the field. Definitely flipped the field.
Yeah.
Just bonehead mistakes, man, and it's like you can't revert to 2 years ago. I told them this. I said, y'all know how to lose. Like it's habitual because that's what you've done over the course of the last few years. I said you can't revert to that style. Like it was unnecessary to push a kid that was out of bounds. Like it was just a bonehead mistake, as you say on the radio. It's just on TV, it's bonehead mistake.
Bonehead mistake.
So, but his efforts not in vain. We got the score.
Trying hard, yeah.
But right after that, we just can't take the air out of ourselves and do damage to ourselves during the game.
You're right. The Trojans were chest bumping on the sidelines.
Yeah.
The morale was up. Kids were pumping. A couple of Trojans were getting the crowd up.
Yeah.
I mean, we had all the momentum, and all of a sudden, 15, 30 yards penalties, flipped the field on the kickoff. And it was, you said it best, you know, that was big.
Yeah,
that was big, too. It really dampened the comeback effort.
Now, the first 15 on Zion, it wasn't a penalty.
Iffy.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It wasn't even iffy. I'm just being honest. Zion blocked the kid straight. It was a pancake.
Yeah.
He didn't stand over him. He didn't flex. It was no type of unsportsmanlike type deal. It was just, you know, I'm sorry, but
so that
it
official just used bad judgment on that play.
It was a good block.
Yeah, I got you. Well, Coach, let's put that one behind us.
Oh, yeah.
We got region games in front of us, and next up, moving on to Eufaula, the Tigers. The road trips are over, Coach. Eufaula's coming to us Friday night right here at the Vet, and Eufaula is 5-2 on the year, with losses to Dothan and Pike Road, both bigger, more populated schools.
Yeah.
They come off a hard-fought win to Carroll, 1 point, 38-37, in which they blocked the game-tying extra point, and which was kind of a heck of a game.
Yeah, it was.
And man, I'm gonna tell you, Coach, they're gonna be coming here looking for revenge because you took them down there last year and whipped them up pretty good.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be looking for revenge. And we went down into their place and whipped them up pretty good last year. Talk to us a little bit about what you've seen on film and what challenges Eufaula is bringing over here this Friday night.
They have a talented receiver, quarterback that can run the ball. I'm a running back that's very talented. Defensively, you know, they're going to play man-to-man across the board. You know, they're going to match their best with our best, and you know, and they think their best is better, and they're going to play it to the T. And they're very, very good athletes on that side of the ball as well. They have a linebacker that's really, really good. He's sideline to sideline. He can cover. He can come downhill. He plays physical. He plays fast. So we have to come with our A game. You know, like I've been telling them, you know, you're going to get everybody's A game this year just because of what you did from last year. So if you go into a game with your B game, you're going to lose. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know, so. They're a very talented team, well-coached team, you know, physical, fast. So we have our hands cut out this week.
Okay. Coach, there's Eufaula special teams. They got a field goal kicker?
He can kick the ball pretty good.
Okay.
You know, they kick off there. They like to place it in certain parts of the field. They'll pooch it. They'll onside kick it. They'll kick it in the middle. They just try to play that game with you. You just don't know where the ball is going to go.
Yeah.
They're not going to kick it deep. I don't think so.
Okay.
If they do, then, you know, hopefully we can make a play in that, you know.
Can they kick field goals? Can they get 3 points?
They can.
They can?
They can. Within a certain range, they can do that. So.
Okay.
But their kicking game is pretty good.
Well, they're coming over here. Let's talk about the region situation. And we were talking a little bit off air before we went on air live. We pretty much got to win the rest of our region games.
Essentially, yes.
And so the Trojans' destiny is in their own hands. They got, and if we don't win the rest of the region games, we're going to need help.
Yeah, we need help.
That's help from Greenville, help from. We're going to need help.
Essentially, Greenville.
Yeah.
You know, hypothetically speaking, if we don't win, because I hate the L word, if we don't win, then you know, Greenville has to beat Rehoboth, and then we have to beat Headland.
Yeah.
I mean, if we win out, we're fine.
Okay.
You know, we win out, we're fine. But
Gotcha.
you know, that's the only scenario that, you know, if Rehoboth beats Greenville, and we so happen to not win on Friday, then, you know, we're pretty much done.
Okay. Well, hey, let's just take care of business.
All right, look, I'm all for it.
Let's just take care of business.
I'm all for it. I'm a competitor. You know,
That's right.
I love what I do. These kids, they have to realize that, you know, it's gut check time.
Yeah.
You know,
If you're a
get the job
Trojan,
done.
if you're a Trojan fan, or even if you're not a Trojan fan, if you cheer for somebody else and you want to see some great football, come out and let's get that Vet packed Friday night for the Charles Houston Trojans. We'll be hosting the Eufaula Tigers. I'm gonna call it's a must-win region game for the Trojans. We got to win them all from here on out, and we can do that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And let's be out there at 7 o'clock Friday night as the Eufaula Tigers come to town. Coach, best of luck.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Get all the kids geared up and ready, and let's get them Friday night.
No doubt, no doubt.
Thank you, Coach Hambright. Charles Henderson, Coach Quinn Hambright. We'll be right back.
At Bondi's Enterprise Toyota, we want you and your family to be customers for life.
Every new car purchase comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty and lifetime oil changes at no additional cost.
And when it comes to selling your car or trading it in for a newer model, get more with an instant cash offer from Bondi's Enterprise Toyota, the official Kelly Blue Book Buying Center.
And remember, every new car purchase comes with a free lifetime warranty and lifetime oil changes.
Customers for life only at Bondi's Enterprise Toyota.
Hey, it's Meredith here with Mitchell, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep. I'm here with our July Jeep Dog of the Month, Rossi. Rossi is here to introduce you to the redesigned 24 model year Wranglers. The new Wrangler is built for those who dream of unbound adventure. Like Rossi, we have over 50 to choose from. Reserve yours today at Mitchell, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep, Enterprise, Alabama. See you soon.
During the Make This a Summer sales event, save up to $5,000 off MSRP on new Jeep models in stock.
It's your last chance to make this the summer event at Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Last call on our inventory of new Dodge Chargers. Save up to $6,000 or get up to $5,000 off Jeep Grand Cherokee L models. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
School bus transportation plays a critical role in education. This is a reminder for our community to keep school bus safety at the forefront to keep children safe. As a member of our community, please remember these simple rules. Stop and stay 20 feet back behind the bus. If you are meeting the bus on a 2-lane road, you must stop 20 feet in front of us when the stop sign is out. Please look out for children. If the student must cross the road after getting off the bus, the child must always cross in front of the bus. Pike County Schools. Excellence in education.
Hey, it's Meredith here with Mitchell, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep. I'm here with our July Jeep Dog of the Month, Rossi. Rossi is here to introduce you to the redesigned 24 model year Wranglers. The new Wrangler is built for those who dream of unbound adventure. Like Rossi, we have over 50 to choose from. Reserve yours today at Mitchell, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep, Enterprise, Alabama. See you soon.
Right now, during the Make This the Summer sales event, finance the new 2023 Ram 1500 for just 2.9 APR or 72 months.
At Wiley Sanders Strut Lines, we put God and family first. We've been in business since 1959. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Strut Line, Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. Woo! We got the trucks. Come to Wiley Sanders Strut Line. Tell them, boy.
Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is celebrating a big 6th anniversary with $6 over invoice. During Ram Power Days, all new Ram 1500, 2500, and 3500s are only $6 over invoice. And you keep the rebates. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
Wiley Sanders Strut Line, where we put God and family first. We go to Illinois,
Indiana, North Carolina, South Carolina,
Ohio, Arkansas. We're looking for good in-dump drivers. That's right, Wiley Sanders Strut Line. 401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield, dental plan. Hey, these wheels roll, you make money. If you're not driving one of them, you're driving at the wrong place. Wiley Sanders Strut Lines, Troy, Alabama. Fellas, where we go?
Indiana, North Carolina, and South Carolina,
Ohio, and Arkansas. Wiley Sanders Strut Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Bill Jackson Chevrolet. Bill Jackson Ford in Troy, Alabama. Our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles looks so good, you'll think they're new. In the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle? We've got what you're looking for.
So come see us at Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC in Troy. So come see us at Bill Jackson Ford in Troy, Alabama, where you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
is the summer sales event at Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with great summer deals like $12,000 off new Ram 1500 Limited Crew Cab models, or save up to $6,000 off on Ram 2500 models. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
School bus transportation plays a critical role in education. This is a reminder for students and parents to keep school bus safety at the forefront to keep our children safe. Make sure children leave home on time so they can arrive at the bus stop before it is due. Wait in a location where the driver can see them while approaching. While seated, your child must take their backpack off and place it in front of them on the floor or in their lap. Young children must have a parent or adult present for the child to be picked up or dropped off. A bus cannot leave or move until the child is 12 feet away. Pike County Schools, excellence in education.
At Wiley Sanders Strut Lines, we put God and family first. We've been in business since 1959. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Strut Line, Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. Woo! We got the trucks. Come to Wiley Sanders Strut Line. Tell them, boy.
Our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles looks so good, you'll think they're new.
So take the short drive to Bill Jackson Ford in Troy, where you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Ford, Troy, Alabama.
Welcome back to the Coaches Show, October 11th edition. Coach Ed Rigby with the Laverne Tigers. Coach, thank you for coming in tonight.
Thank you for having me again. Thank you for having me.
I know you don't have anything going on. You got plenty of time to come do this.
Hey, look, it's perfect. It's a good rainy night.
It is.
Nothing out there to do except
right.
Go inside and watch this show.
That's right.
That is it.
That's right. Well, we got a lot of people to watch now.
Yeah, amen. Amen.
Coach, 6-1 overall, 3-1 in the region. All the goals that everybody set is still there to be had. A tough loss to Highland Home. It hurts me to say it, 60-0. But all the team goals are still right there to be had. Tell us a little bit about what happened Friday night, how that game unfolded.
Well, what you said is correct. And anytime, Napoleon Bonaparte said it best, a leader is a dealer of hope. And in these type situations, yelling, screaming, and getting on at halftime and stuff, what people expect, through years of experience, you realize that that's not what they need to hear. They need to hear that it's going to be okay. What is our goal for the set? What is this? What is that? And basically, they're great. I mean, their quarterback's phenomenal. They got some phenomenal players. They've got speed. They were a little bigger on the hoof than what I thought they would be. They're very big, very physical. They are good. The deal is, though, we self-inflicted some wounds in the first few minutes of the ball game that they were able to capitalize on instantly. It wasn't that offensively or defensively, there's no one side to any of it. It just all around the horn, as a team, we just didn't perform. And whether the game got too big or the rivalry, because I've heard about this since I got there. I've heard about it. And once things went bad, when you're dealing with younger kids, and we do have a relatively young team, we've got some seniors, we have a relatively young team, it is very hard to right that ship. And when you get down 28-0 in the end of the first quarter, you're going to have a hard time overcoming it. I don't care what you are, league, whatever you are. It can happen, but it happens very rarely.
Yeah, Coach happened to Charles Henderson.
Yeah,
they dug a hole and just couldn't dig out of it.
You can't dig out of it, and especially when you're a quality team that's been to two semifinals back to back. They're very seasoned. A lot of kids out there, so they understand. When you got the foot on the neck, don't let it off. Keep pouring on the coals, and that's what happened. And the thing is they're great, but we made the 60-0 score. We were part of that, obviously. Definitely part of that. It's not what we are. It's not our team. At halftime, I focused on the one thing that I know I got to be right on this one. We're going to go out there, and this half is about winning. As you sit in your locker, and I'm talking, it's about winning the guy on your right and winning the guy on the left. And what I mean by that, again, I've talked about, I hate throwing out words and not explaining to kids what I'm talking about. What I mean by winning that person is the fact that they see you when they watch that film on that night or the next morning on Huddle, that they see a guy who didn't quit and didn't give in, that's still battling, that's still fighting, not letting people just throw him around like a wet dish rag, not go making blocks, whatever it is, not trying. It's most important that you win them tonight and not win the second half.
Show your teammates.
That's what this is about. And after the game, I sold the same thing because everything you just said, everything that I preached about, I've never talked about winning a region championship. I mean, in a conversation, okay, then you worry about your region. I've never talked about it. No kid can walk in here and say I've ever said anything about a region championship because you don't have to win that to win a state championship. I've talked about winning a state championship, and that has not changed. That did not change that night. That did not change Saturday morning. That did not change at halftime. None of that has changed. Everything you said is the same exact thing. The bottom line is everything we want is still ahead of us. But we got to work on us. And the beauty is being out of school Monday morning, nice cool morning, it's 42 degrees. At 8 o'clock, every one of them being there, on time, ready to work, after a 60-0 loss. Yeah. Everybody can't say that. I've talked to people with some great undefeated teams right now who had 8 kids missing or 7 kids missing. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have that.
Gotcha.
This is Laverne. Hey, we got whooped. Old-fashioned butt whooping. Happened. Boom, it's over. Nobody got hurt. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, only thing got hurt was our feelings. Yep. And again, I don't have to get on them about stuff like that. They're going to hear it at church. They're going to hear it at McDonald's. They're going to hear it from their relatives. They're going to hear it from their people around them.
Yeah, you don't have to say it.
I don't got to say it. I ain't got to talk about it. So what we've done is focus on, hey, the game that matters is the next game because it is the next game. And it's a great team. It's Goshen. They've got speed unlimited. Number 1, number 6, number 3, those guys can run and they can go. And the bottom line is it's at our place and it's senior night, okay? We got everything to play for. Both teams are playing for the same thing. Yeah. You win, you go in the playoffs.
Yeah, and they're coming in there with a little bit of a streak. They won 3 in a row.
3 in a row, and I think I read they outscored 116 to about 7 or something, folks and stuff. So they've got confidence. They're coming in riding high, and it's our job to go out there and do something about it. Hey, you want to make a statement? Make a statement this week. That's your statement. Is this week, and
how do you swallow that adversity from Friday night, recoup, and do it again?
And that's it. Our kids showed up Tuesday. Teachers had work day with the kids. I had kids that went out, and I just talked about this on the radio over there. I had kids who were sending me messages on Tuesday. Coach, we're going to come in right at time on practice. Been in the hayfield since 8. A bunch of my players, and a video with them out there. We get done, well, and they all these kids that did had a great practice too. So I told them today, hey, look, y'all need Friday, y'all need to come to school. You need to go bale hay, and but they all had a great practice.
You were kidding. You were kidding.
No, I was being serious. No, but anyway, I was kidding. Anyway, not really. And but the deal is, those kids left there and went back to the hayfield, and then I leave and go by McDonald's. And don't tell my wife we got a couple of those cherry cream pies and them things are good. And then come home, oh no, I haven't eaten anything, I'm hungry. And but the thing is, and to see that the grills back here littered with my players just got off practice. You know what I'm saying? Yep. We're gonna be all right. That happened. It's over with.
It's over.
And to be honest, I've mentioned it one time when I was getting on their butt about communicating on defense yesterday. Yeah. This is what happens. We don't communicate. Around the horn of the whole football program. Yep. We got to communicate. We got to learn communication skills. Mm-hmm. But beyond that, I've really not even mentioned it. Matter of fact, that's the only time I've mentioned it because it's all about the next one. Because the next one gets you to all those goals, like you said when we started. Yep. It gets you to all those goals that we talked about at the beginning of the year. I never mentioned undefeated. Undefeated is so hard to do.
Yeah, it is.
And the ball's got to bounce your way and all that. Hey.
Penalties.
It's got to bounce your way. Yeah. And so the bottom line is, we knew what we were up against when we started this. We're still up against the same things. But our kids are going to show up Friday. There's no doubt in my mind, that they're going to show up for the showdown and play their butts off against a great Goshen football team. And, Goshen's going to run the football.
Yeah, what are the challenges they're coming in?
Well, they run. I mean, they run the ball. It's not super complicated. 1 to 6 is going to carry the football. And, you're talking about number 1, a South Alabama commit.
Yeah, Jamari McClure.
Yeah, I mean, he can run. I mean, he can take it to the house on anybody. And where he gets you is you'll hem him up and he makes that cut back and boom, there's 50 yards gone. And when he breaks out, you have a hard time catching him. And so, but they have many talented players. They're huge, by far the biggest team we've played all year, the biggest team we will play all year. They got a 340, it's 3 tech in there and, another 300 in there. I mean, they got some big old dudes. And, that plows forward and they try to stuff you. And again, defensively, they're playing great. They're giving up 7 points in 3 games. But, the thing is it's going to be a 4-quarter battle. Yeah. It is. our kids are looking for redemption, I'm sure. And what better night to have it than senior night out there? And I'm excited for them. I'm excited for the opportunity. It's like I was just saying a while ago, the only thing I'm nervous about is, will it stop raining? I paint that field tomorrow, and I have to do it Friday morning. And, so. But
it's a tropical storm, Coach.
It really, really is. I think it's going to rain for a while. Yeah. But we're talking about when I walked in, because I was wearing as my kids call it, my drug rug. And my Rastafarian thing.
You look like he's coming in from San Antonio.
But it was warm. It was super warm. It's comfortable. I don't get it, And but you can change the oil in your car in it and walk into church and no one ever knows. It's so colorful. And but we went out there today and we rush out there because it's just sprinkling, light. It's just perfect. And character builder. Let's get on that practice field, which our practice field's clay. So here we go there. We were 15 minutes in, and all of a sudden that rain goes sideways, and then all of a sudden it's really coming down. And at that point you got to make the decision. Hey, as long as it's safe and we got
we already out here. We're already wet.
And like I told them, hey, look, this reminds me of a bunch of practices for the playoffs. Because when you get that time of year, you're getting cold fronts, and it is cold and it is rainy, and you don't play on the field after about the second, third round. Mm-hmm. That's not mushy,
right?
You
don't dry.
They don't dry at that point. Yeah. So get used to it, And we stayed out there, and that is the one thing about getting older. Once you see enough, all right, guys, that was a great play. Wrap it up. Let's go. Well, Coach, we've only been out here not even an hour, but it was a good hour. Let's go. Get out of here. Yeah. But no, the kids did great today. We handled the wet ball. Because we really have not been out, it hadn't rained a lot. Matter of fact, we haven't been out there just like a sprinkle or two.
Yeah.
We handle a wet ball really, really well.
Good.
That's the biggest thing I would take away from it. Because there's a chance of rain Friday.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? So
hopefully it'll be out of here before.
Yeah, hopefully so. And but we handle the wet ball really, really well today. We beyond our some of our younger kids, with a couple things, but we handled it really, really well. I was very, very pleased with that. Because until you've done wet drop ball drill, you really don't know how it's going to be.
It's different.
And it's been so dry this year and so hot that it's just not been one of those years. No. But by gosh, if there is one, you can't say we didn't prepare for it this afternoon.
That's right.
Because we did. And I'm very proud of our kids' efforts. We'll get one more person back this week, and that'll help.
There you go.
And so, because we have been beat up and dinged up and all that. But, we were talking about this a while ago. Our region, and we've talked about this on here, our region is definitely the SEC of 2A football.
Oh, it is.
There are some good football
SEC
teams.
West.
It's the whole SEC, I think. I'm not downplaying anybody, but gosh dang it, I've seen stuff on these other teams, and we've got some great. And I said this a while ago on the radio, and a team from this region will hold up a 2A trophy when this is done.
I think so too.
A team from this region, and that's. Not trying to build up something bigger than it is, but somebody is. There's some great teams, and Highland Home obviously, is one of them, and talented and seasoned, and this Goshen team is super talented and seasoned, and those kids are going to come in here, with confidence, flying high, and it's going to be a heck of a ball game.
Yep.
I encourage everybody to get out. It's going to be cool. It's going to be nice.
Oh, football weather.
Yeah. You're not going to sit there and sweat in the stands, and show back up for the showdown, and it can't 7 o'clock Friday night,
Glenn Daniel Stadium,
for our kids to be able to have an opportunity to get some redemption is and again, not against Goshen, but just in general for them. It goes back to that old saying, and I forget who it was. We could Google it. It's in the 40s or 50s. Every time you lose, a piece of you dies. When you play sports. Mm-hmm. Now I want you to think back to playing football.
Yeah.
When you lose, it hurts. And the next morning you wake up and you don't want to go anywhere and see people, and you want to lay low and lay out. And as I'm older, I've learned to, hey, get up and go do your thing. Put your colors on and go. And hold your head up. That you did your best. Kids did their best. But there's part of you. You lose a piece of you inside. But every time you win, you're reborn.
You rebuild it. Yeah.
Hey, that you wake up Saturday morning or that Friday night, you can go up to McDonald's and circle it 25 times with, hey, I play for on your chest. You get up and you go into church on Sunday, man, your chest is high because everybody's, oh, great game, Jimmy. Ball, Jimmy. Man, you're reborn.
That's it.
I I want my kids to have an opportunity to be reborn, and we can't do it till 7 o'clock gets here.
That's right.
And so I'm excited about that. They're great kids. Nobody's perfect, obviously. Nobody has that perfect thing, but by gosh, they're ours, and they show up for us.
That's
and
good.
So I'm excited, and hey, it's another great opportunity.
That's right. Glenn Daniel Stadium, 7 o'clock. The Goshen Eagles coming over to Laverne. Hey, like Coach Reeby said, they're coming in on a 3-game win streak. Coach, best of luck.
Appreciate
Friday
you.
night with the Goshen Eagles. Coach Ed Rigby with the Laverne Tigers.
Go Tigers.
On the Coaches Show. We'll be right back.
In the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle? We've got what you're looking for.
So come see us at Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC in Troy, and you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC.
Hey Bill, did you stream that finale last night?
Oh yeah.
No spoilers!
Oh, they're vicious.
Customer inspired. That's C-Spire.
Wiley Sanders Strut Line, where we put God and family first. We go to Illinois,
Indiana, North Carolina, South Carolina,
Ohio, Arkansas. We're looking for good in-dump drivers. That's right, Wiley Sanders Strut Line. 401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield, dental plan. Hey, these wheels roll, you make money. If you're not driving one of them, you're driving at the wrong place. Wiley Sanders Strut Lines, Troy, Alabama. Fellas, where we go?
Indiana, North Carolina, and South Carolina, Ohio, and Arkansas.
Wiley Sanders Strut Lines, Troy, Alabama. Wiley Sanders Truck Line been in business since 1959 and we'll still growing. We've been in business since 1959 and we'll still growing. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. From 1959 to 2023, we'll still growing. How many years is that, Mr. Glenn? 63. Ricky, why this T680?
Got a nice digital dashboard, easy to read.
Man, Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we got competitive pay, we got Blue Cross Blue Shield. We can get you home, Wiley Sanders. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders.
Hello, Wiregrass. Larry Smith with Gillen Chevrolet GMC in Ozark. With new Chevrolet Silverados and new GMC Sierras priced below invoice, why go anywhere else?
Gillen's got it. A lot of dealers in the Wiregrass area are running low on inventory. Not at Gillen Chevrolet GMC in Ozark. Gillen's got it. Come see the best selection of new and pre-owned vehicles in the Wiregrass area at Gillen Chevrolet GMC in Ozark and see why Gillen's got it. Gillen's got it. Visit us online at either GillenChevrolet.com or GillenGMC.com. Gillen's got it.
Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put God and family first. We go to Illinois,
Indiana, North Carolina, South Carolina,
Ohio, Arkansas. We're looking for good in-dump drivers. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. 401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield, dental plan. Hey, these wheels roll, you make money. If you're not driving one of them, you're driving at the wrong place. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Fellas, where we go?
Indiana, North Carolina, and South Carolina, Ohio, and Arkansas.
Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Welcome back to the Coaches Show, October 11th. On the show now, Coach Will Pouncey with the Highland Home Flying Squadron. Coach, thank you for being here.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Taking out time for this means a lot to me. And, Coach, I told you we were going to say this until we can't. You can't win them all unless you win the first 7.
That's right. Right. Well, let's keep that tradition going.
Y'all have done that, and you're off to a great start this season. And, hey, congratulations on a big region win over Laverne, 60-0 last Friday night. Just take just a few minutes before we even get into questions, and just tell us how this thing unfolded.
Kind of a surreal feeling. Like I said, we got out of the gate and just executed really well. I mean, our guys they're like sharks in the water, man. They were just ready to play. They were chomping at the bit. They've played in big games before. The playoff experience that all of our guys have had the last 2 years.
Yeah, it wasn't too big for them.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, they've been in that. They've been in that heat, and that's what it felt like building up, was a playoff atmosphere. I mean, every news station was there, and there was just a lot of buzz surrounding this game. So when we kicked off, I mean, we were ready. We were ready. Had a great week of preparation. And I just can't say enough.
The coaches can feel that, can't they?
You can.
Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays, not just a walkthrough or whatever, but when you lay your head on the pillow on Wednesday night, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, you can feel it.
You can. And I knew our guys were ready. Like I said, they felt, that they've accomplished a lot these last few years, and kind of felt doubted a little bit. There was some people kind of picking against them, and well deserved from what Lou Verne's done this season, and over the history. But they kind of felt a little disrespected, and little chip on the shoulder, which I loved it. I ate every bit of it.
There you go.
Because I could see the focus and practice. I could see the attention to detail. And 2 years ago we went over to Lou Verne, and I felt like we had the better team, and we went over there and got embarrassed, 41-0.
They remembered.
And they remembered that. A lot of them were playing in that game. And, so they wanted to make sure nothing like that ever happened again. So they showed up and was just ready to, like I said, just chomping at the bit. They was just ready to get after it and just did an excellent job of going out there and executing it and just playing with passion.
So it was just a fast start.
It was a fast start.
Snowballed.
And it did. I mean, which, our guys were making plays. Our guys were playing assignment football.
Well, it's contagious, Coach.
It is.
Did you see him? Watch this.
Exactly.
Did you see? Watch me.
Exactly. I mean, it was kind of like whenever somebody gets a base hit in baseball and that rally starts.
Exactly.
And it was just one after the next. This guy made another play. This guy made another play. This guy made another play. And it was just, like I said, it did snowball in a positive way for us. And, just couldn't be more proud of the execution of our guys and how they answered the bell in Lou Verne, at that. And, tough environment, as everybody knows, and went out there and just played a really full game.
Yeah. Coach, first thing that jumped off the stat sheet at me when I was looking, the balance from the offense. I don't know if you saw it. I know you look at that stuff. 440 yards total offense, 219 passing, 221 on the ground. That's about as balanced as you can get. Right there, Bryce McKenzie, Sports Chat Player of the Week, by the way, was 6 for 10, 219 yards with 4 touchdowns. Coach, he completed 6 passes, 4 of them went for touchdowns. Explain that to everybody.
Now, Tyler Chaney, first of all, had 4 touches the other night, and he ended up in the end zone on all 4 touches. He had 3 touchdown receptions, 2 long balls, 2 deep balls. Then once we run a slant. And also, he had like an 75, 80-yard run on the counter. Me and Coach Ribby were just discussing when we went into our double wing formation. And just an incredible game by him. I know he's looking at maybe being the WSFA Player of the Week. Of course, Bryce McKenzie, gets the Marcos Player of the Week here. And just what that kid, what he does for our football program, what he's meant to our football program, what he does. He is the motor. Yeah. He is the guy that gets it going. He knows the ins and outs of the offense and the defense, and just the competitor that he is. I mean, we're definitely trying to take advantage of every game that we have him around.
That's right.
He's like I said, another coach on the field, as I mentioned before, but just super proud of, like I said, the balance that we had through the air and on the ground. Really can't get a tendency when you can do either one.
Yeah. I'll say it again, Coach. 219 passing, 221 on the ground. That's
that's pretty right there. That's right there. That's right
Coach,
there.
Austin Crittenton, 73 yards on 5 rushes, and he had a touchdown.
And it's a really good problem to have sometimes. Whenever I got to tell my guys, I know y'all want some stats, and everybody wants to get in the end zone, but guys, we only play with one football. So I can only give it to one guy at a time. And I'm not thinking about what numbers on that jersey that I'm heading to. I'm thinking about Howland home across the top of it, going across that goal line. Yeah. But Austin does an unbelievable job. Both of our Austins, Austin Norman, Austin Crittenden, that we're speaking of now, just does an unbelievable job sharing those carries, sharing those backfield duties, and also is our 2 inside linebackers on defense that play very physical and fast.
Right. In fact, mentioning Austin Norman, jumping over to the defensive side of the ball, he leads the way with 8 solo tackles. One of those was for a loss. Talk to us about him and how he led the defense Friday night.
Just the way he just shoots gaps and kind of slices through the defense. He's kind of hard.
What they call got a nose for it.
He's got a nose for the football. He really does. I mean, really old school type player that studies his film, but just he's going to get to the ball carrier some way or another. He does his assignments. I tell him all the time he's going to be a future Marine or Navy SEAL, just the way he cares about his business. Now, I don't know if he really wants to have a military career, but I'm just telling you, he's got that type of mindset that he could go and do anything he wants to in life. And just the way he approaches everything, the way he approaches the weight room, and he wants to be that example setter. He's a guy that's going to come to practice. He's going to do everything he's supposed to do the right way. And he's just one of my favorite kids I've ever coached in my career. And like I said, it transfers over to the football field.
The question that everybody that watches Coach's show every Wednesday night is waiting on me to ask this. Goose egg on the board. Did they get the donuts?
They got the donuts. They actually got more than donuts this week.
I got you.
So we actually had our Booster Club president, Mr. Mike Ingram, and one of his longtime friends, and one of our C.J. May's dad, Mr. Morris May. They actually cooked hot dogs, hamburgers, cookies, and I was like, well, I already got them donuts. I was like, well, we feed them good this week.
There you go. If you're just tuning in and we're on week 7, if Highland Home has a shutout, they get donuts.
They get donuts, yes, sir.
Put that donut on the scoreboard.
Put that donut on the scoreboard, and we're going to feed you donuts.
There you go. Coach, how did special teams? Everything all right with special teams?
Well, everything looked great.
60-0, everything rolled like it should.
It did. Everything rolled smoothly. Like I said, Austin did miss 2 extra points, which he booted them. I mean, he kicked the heck out of the ball, just a little wide, probably a little too amped up.
Yeah.
But that's it. I mean, he kicks the ball unbelievably well all the time. Like always, he's anytime in a pressure situation, he always puts it down the middle of the uprights.
Gotcha.
Very proud of how he kicks. Kicked the ball off well. Greg Tate, who's our guy who kicks off for us, he kicked the ball deep. Kickoff coverage was phenomenal. They were going down there with a purpose. That's what's really improved throughout the year that I've been proud of is our kickoff coverage. That's not really been a strong point for us in years past, but we're starting to get some guys to take some pride in that, and we're kind of harping on that. So I was really proud of that, and just all around, it's hard to find a negative in the game. Like I said, I can nitpick on film and get some guys here and there, but all in all, just really proud of the effort all the way around.
Yeah, well, let's move on to Barber County.
Okay.
Coach, they won a game this year. And that's the first time in a long time. And they now know what it tastes like to win a football game. And tell us what you expect from Barber County and the challenges they're going to bring.
Well, I mean, Barber County, as we know, is not a traditionally strong program, and my kids know that. Now, in basketball, on that hardwood stuff is a different thing. But you know they have athletes. You know they can get it done. You know they're competitive. But football-wise, of course, we've been much stronger traditionally, and we're going to have to line up and do exactly what we do. We're working on us. We're trying to improve us. It's been a big week to focus on our fundamentals, to kind of get back to those week 1 of fall camp type stuff.
Work on some basics.
Work on some basics and make sure that none of that's going out of the window. And get back to that day 1 stuff. Make sure we're taking the right steps, taking the right angles, taking the right pursuit angles. And to just polish up some stuff, and hopefully we can improve ourselves in that factor, because not only are we, I mean, it's a region game. Not one region game is not bigger than the other. So of course we'll be heavily favored in this game, but we still got to handle business, play good football, play to our standard, and that's each and every day at practice and the weight room and all that, and that goes for Friday night as well.
Yeah, Coach Will Pouncey with the Highland Home Flying Squadron. Barber County coming calling Friday night. Coach, best of luck against the Jaguars?
Jaguars, yes, sir.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Highland Home, undefeated, staying in there. We appreciate you tuning in. Coach Will Pouncey with Highland Home. We'll be right back.
Wiley Sanders Strut Line, where we put God and family first. We go to Illinois,
Indiana, North Carolina, South Carolina, Ohio, Arkansas.
We're looking for good in-dump drivers. That's right, Wiley Sanders Strut Line. 401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield, dental plan. Hey, these wheels roll, you make money. You're not driving one of them, you're driving at the wrong place. Wiley Sanders Strut Lines, Troy, Alabama. Fellas, where we go?
Indiana, North Carolina, and South Carolina, Ohio, and Arkansas.
Wiley Sanders Strut Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Rawsome, someone has been putting prices in the red zone.
Looks like Blitz and Scramble are up to their old tricks. More force. Right.
At MitchellNissan.com, you can juke all the waiting games and pick the model, trim, and accessories you want from anywhere.
And you'll score extra points with our Customer Advantage package at no extra charge. That powers you to more savings.
Now that's what I call zone coverage. MitchellNissan.com. More, it's what we do.
Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is celebrating a big 6th anniversary with $6 over invoice. During Ram Power Days, all new Ram 1500, 2500, and 3500s are only $6 over invoice, and you keep the rebates. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
Welcome back to the Coaches Show, October 11th. Coach Don Moore with the Goshen Eagles. Coach Moore, thank you for being here tonight. We sure appreciate you stopping by. It ain't like you ain't got nothing to do.
That's right.
Got a game coming up. But, hey, Coach, big region win Friday night over Barber County, 41-0. Coach, that moves y'all to 5-2 overall, 2-2 in region play. And I'm going to go ahead and say it, 3 in a row. That's a streak. And 2 out of the 3 being big region wins.
Yes, sir.
Can't help but notice that goose egg on the board Friday night.
Yes, sir.
Speak to us about that huge defensive performance by the Eagles.
Well, you know, like I said before, Coach Michael Wilcoxon is our defense coordinator, and, you know, he's done a tremendous job. He's with us. He's been at Goshen he's, you know, coached there, worked there, went to school there, played there, you know, so he does a really good job of the details and all, and making sure our guys are lined up. And, you know, with me being a defensive background, you know, that's what I was, you know, before I was a head coach, was defense coordinator, and I've kind of done both as a head coach too. And it's just we put a lot of emphasis on defense, and you know, not that it's more important than the other, but if they can't score, they can't win.
That's a lot to be said.
And
for
so,
that.
you know, that's kind of how we approach it. And Coach Mike takes a tremendous pride in that, and he puts it into our guys, and they're taking a lot of pride in playing that way, and so it's starting to show up a little bit on the scoreboard.
Did the kids want to shut out?
Oh, they definitely wanted it. Definitely. You know, and that's what I told our guys. You know, I told our young guys. I said, it's on you too. You know, you got to protect it. You know, if you're in, it's your job to protect what's up there. So
yeah, because you know, 41-0. I know some younger players got in.
Yes, sir.
And so were those seniors and juniors, were they explaining to the kids that were on the field, hey, you got to hold them now here. We want the shutout.
Oh yes, sir. They do, and they take pride in, you know, making sure they are doing it, and you know, they're cheering them on and making sure, you know, they're coaching from the sideline too. Hey, telling them, you know, watch this, watch that. So it's a great thing.
I love that.
Yes, sir.
When the seniors, when the starters get to coach a little bit.
Yes, sir.
And you can kind of tell which one might be wanting to go into coaching.
Oh yeah.
If you watch closely.
That's right. Yeah, it'll come out in them quick.
Yeah. Coach, y'all continued the ground and pound assault.
Yes,
300 yards rushing. Jay McNabb scored on a 45-yard run. Jamar McClure had a 23-yard run early in the game, those two. And Jamari ended the night with 170 yards, 3 touchdowns, just on 6 carries.
Yes, sir.
Just super impressive numbers. Tell us how that unfolded for Jamari to have those types of numbers with just 6 carries.
Well, first of all, it's the offensive line. They're up there getting it done. They're doing the dirty work, so to speak.
Right.
And you know, he's a tremendous athlete. That, you know, you put those two combinations together, and you got something special. Not only that, is that, you know, you got to kind of account for some of our other guys as well. So you can't just hone in on him.
Right.
You know, you do will hurt you in other ways. So
right.
It's just a combination of a full team effort. Is how that happened.
Right. Well, Coach J.D. Burney had 4 tackles, 1 for a loss. Kamari Lampley had 3 tackles, two of them being for a loss. He also had a sack.
Yes, sir.
Are these younger guys that were getting
Well,
in there?
one of them is a sophomore, J.D. Burney is, and Kamari Lampley is a senior. The paper kind of got it wrong a little bit.
Well,
gotcha. Landon Chandler was our leading tackler with 15 tackles and 4 sacks.
Great.
So, you know, he's kind of been our head hunter, so to speak, on that side of the ball, and he's been doing really well with that. And all those other guys contributed well too. You know, not to take anything away from them.
Sure, yeah.
You know, Bernie had some huge tackles on special teams, some touchdown saving tackles. So So his tackles were extremely important when he had them.
Gotcha. You mentioned special teams. You know, I always want to ask how the special teams performed. 41-0. Special teams probably didn't make or break anything, but how did they perform for you?
Pretty well. For the most part, we had a couple little miscues, but you know the pride on the defensive side kind of helped out. You know, they caught us off guard. I don't even know what happened. It was a botch snap by them on punt. Went over their head. We didn't move for some reason. I don't think they blew the play in.
Okay.
But their guy ran and picked it up, and we were around him, and he just kind of squirted through because he's really quick, and we kind of just took a play off. It looked like, just being honest. And Tyler McClendon ran him down from a long ways off. So
gotcha.
You know, he's part of that reason why that shutout's up there, because if he didn't give that full effort, then you know.
And that was a special teams play.
Yes, sir. It was a special teams play.
Yeah.
So.
How about that? So, anyway, all right. Well, Coach, 41-0, region win, Barber County. Hopefully nobody got injured in the game.
No, sir. We're good.
Good deal. Let's move on to this week then.
Yes, sir.
Laverne. Coach, there's no other way to say it. They're coming off a pretty bad loss to Highland Home, 60-0 last week. Some would say it would be one of them games where they're mad.
Oh yeah,
they're mad. And so let's talk about that and the Laverne game Friday night. And what do y'all have to do to win the game, and what challenges is Laverne going to bring for the Goshen Eagles?
We just got to go be us. That's the biggest thing. Is we're not going to do anything out of the ordinary that we haven't been doing. We're going to go be us. They're a well-disciplined football team. Coach Rigby does a really good job. He's a well-known name around this area, and they're a lot more disciplined than they have been in the past. And you see that when the film comes on. And so, they're a physical football team. They like to line up. Well, you have to be with what they run, the double wing stuff, and that ground and pound thing. So they got a big running back. He runs the ball well. They got a couple of them. They got a couple quick guys.
It ought to be a quick game Friday night. all the rushing plays going on.
Yes, sir. And so they're a challenge, but we just got to go play our brand of football.
Yeah, and limit the self-inflicted penalties.
Right. Well,
false starts.
Right. Those are the things that those bad mental penalties like we talked about.
The bonehead penalties.
Right. You eliminate those, and the effort penalties are going to happen in any game, and it just depends on how much they see and how much they want to call.
Yeah, it's hard enough to get 10 yards for a first down, but when you start having to get 13 and 15 on 5-yard mark-offs.
Oh yes, sir. It
just
makes it difficult.
But all right, Coach. Well, we were running a little behind, but anything. Are you getting anybody back from injuries? Anybody that's going to be coming back to play in? Or are y'all pretty healthy?
For the most part, we're healthy. We got one guy that's out, but he's been out the last couple of weeks with a knee injury. So nothing that's surgery-wise, just holding him out right now.
Gotcha.
But other than that, we're pretty good.
Good deal. Well, like I said, the playing Laverne, they're going to run it. Y'all are going to run it, and whoever can stop the run will probably win the football game.
That's a safe bet.
Yeah, it'll probably be a quick game, but
and either way, win or lose, we're going to give the glory to God. Either way, that's our big thing, and it is what it is, and it's on His hands, and we're just going to go do what we're coached to do.
I like that, Coach. I like that. Coach Don Moore with the Goshen Eagles. They got Laverne this Friday night, a big region matchup. Coach, good luck with the Laverne Tigers. We'll see you next Wednesday, and we'll be back on the Coach's Show in just a minute.
Hey, Bill, did you stream that finale last night?
Oh, yeah.
No spoilers!
Oh, they're vicious. Customer inspired. That's C Spire.
Vermeer. Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is celebrating with a big 6th anniversary with $6 over invoice. In stock inventory is only $6 over invoice, and you keep the rebates. Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram models are only $6 over invoice. Nobody beats a Vermeer deal. Nobody.
At Max Credit Union, we enjoy more. Serving more, teaching more, growing more, giving more, supporting more, sharing more, and more of everything. Max Credit Union is dedicated to connecting with our communities and members, providing all the financial, tools, services, and expertise they need to live their best life, providing more of everything since 1955. Max Credit Union.
So many people have had a great experience here at Gillen Ford. But don't take my word for it.
When I wanted a new Ford Edge, I knew exactly what I was looking for, and Gillen Ford made it happen, all while treating me like family.
I stopped by Gillen Ford looking for a pickup. In a couple of days, they got exactly what I wanted.
Gillen is a place where you want to come and shop. They make you feel like family. The service and the salespeople are amazing.
We bought, I guess, 5 or 10 vehicles from them over the years.
Probably more than that.
Probably more than that. So we're really happy with Gillen Ford.
Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put God and family first. We go to Illinois,
Indiana, North Carolina, South Carolina, Ohio, Arkansas.
We're looking for good in-dump drivers. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. 401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield, dental plan. Hey, these wheels roll, you make money. You're not driving one of them, you're driving at the wrong place. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Fellas, where we go?
Indiana, North Carolina, and South Carolina, Ohio, and Arkansas.
Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Welcome back to the Coaches Show, October 11th. Coach Mark Hurts, Pike County Bulldogs. Coach Hurts, thank you for being here tonight. We appreciate you.
My pleasure.
Wet, rainy, everything. You made it in here.
Oh, yeah.
And I appreciate it. And, hey, Coach, we had New Brockton in town, and we get the win 35-21. And I'm gonna go ahead and say it, Coach. It's my first win in my prediction on y'all winning out this year. So we got one under the belt right here. Mm-hmm. That lands y'all at 3-3, 3-2 in the region. And speaking of the New Brockton game, first of all, Coach, y'all played shorthanded. And let's say the next man up thing must have worked out pretty good. Tell us how the game versus New Brockton unfolded with the next man stepping up.
Well, I thought the guys stepped up, but one of the main things is we got a starting quarterback. He was back. He missed a week before.
Yeah.
And Nemo, of course, came back. He was limited to a certain point, but he got back in the mix. So, I mean, that helped us out a lot. So we got 2 starters back that had been that was injured. And we had maybe a few starters, but the main thing for us is that the punt team was on the field at the time. And at that time, we've been using a lot of younger guys to, try and get some reps to try to get them involved, and that helped us out. But we were pretty much intact. Getting Nemo back and getting Omari Barrow back helped us out a whole lot.
That's good.
And, we played very well. We came out focused. We had a good week of practice. I thought our seniors stepped up. Especially those, because we didn't actually get to practice until Tuesday. We missed Monday.
Right.
We got to practice Tuesday. And so we kind of mixed the Monday and Tuesday practice together, mixed the Wednesday and Thursday practice together, and then we got a walkthrough in on Thursday.
Okay.
But, we kind of.
It was different.
It was different. We had to make adjustments. But, we tried to minimize.
158 yards, 2 passing touchdowns. One of those, a 65-yard strike to Khalil Foster, another a 66-yard strike to Q Carter. Tell us about Omari, Q, and Khalil and how those 3 stepped up Friday night and got those touchdowns.
Well, Omari's a senior, and, he's been running the offense. But, the thing about Omari, this is only Omari's second year playing. He hasn't played football since the 7th grade.
Okay.
But he came in last year and did well, and, he has a grasp. And he's cool under pressure in a lot of situations, and he's one of our leaders, and he stepped up this week, and that was big for us. And he threw the ball well. He was able to get in rhythm, and like I said, with Nemo coming back, that helped our run game, and Q Carter did a great job running the ball. Markellis Hobby stepped up and ran the ball well. So, with them being able to run the ball, and that kind of opened up the pass game for us a little bit.
Gotcha. On defense, Foster had 7 tackles, Coach, 1 for a loss, 2 pass breakups. Hobby had 4 tackles and 1 for a loss, and he even had a sack. And Wilkerson, Joseph Wilkerson, had 3 tackles, two tackles for loss. Q Carter had 5 tackles and a tackle for loss. Speak to us about how they gelled on the defensive side of the ball and held them to 21 points.
Yeah. Well, we gave up a touchdown late. I really, they actually did well in the first half. Their quarterback, he's a sophomore, and it's one of the first times I've seen a kid roll out. We couldn't put much pressure on him because they rolled out every play. But he would roll out and throw the ball back across his body, and he was pretty accurate. And they had 2 pretty good receivers. That number 1, he was pretty tall. He was probably about 6'1", ran great routes. And they had another kid, number 6, that I thought was pretty good as well. And you could tell they'd been working together a lot, and he put the ball right where they could get it, man. He was pretty accurate. And I was very impressed with him. And they had a 9th grader that was a receiver that I was worried about all week that didn't dress out. Okay. But I'm telling you, we would have had our hands full had he been there, because we were thin in the secondary. I mean, that was one of the areas that we were hit pretty good. And then when our starters actually injured himself, showed out of place. So we struggled in the secondary a little bit with the pass game. They actually scored a couple of touchdowns in the first half, and they couldn't run against us, but they definitely could throw it. But halftime we made a few adjustments. We changed some guys around, and I thought that really helped us out. But speaking of defensively, all those guys stepped up. We have to play both ways, and they knew our backs were against the wall. We needed a victory, and I think they just all came out and played hard, and they played, together.
Gotcha, Coach. Gotcha. Hey, moving right along, the next one's a region game also.
It is.
And Providence Christian. They've been a little bit up and down this year. They look good one Friday night, and then they'll lose next Friday night, but kind of up and down.
They're undefeated in the region.
They are undefeated in the region. But speak to us about Providence and the hurdles that you're going to have to jump with Providence to get the region win, Coach.
Well, Providence is a team that they do what they're going to do. They're very consistent, and they're very good at what they do. They've been running the same offense, since they've been in existence, and they do it very well. They defensively, they can throw you a lot of looks and a lot of movements, and kind of confuse your offensive line with the little things that they're doing. But they play hard. They're very disciplined. They're very sound at what they do. So we just really have to focus on what we need to do to get the job done. They run a lot of different formations, and it's a wing tee based formation. But the way they block it, man, they come off. It's almost like a high-low block. You look at it, you think that's kind of illegal, but they're crab blocking, and they're very good at it. And their leverage is low. Yes, the leverage is low, and they do a great job of what they're doing. And they get in unbalanced sets, and they slip into them. It's hard to see. They got a lot of movement. So it's one of those teams that you have to be very disciplined, and you have to consistently review what you're trying to do against them.
Are they trying to maintain the football, or are they trying not to let y'all have it? Is it one of those types of offenses where they want to play keep away?
It's kind of wing tee based. I mean, they're going to grind. They're going to get. It's one of those teams that I say, hey, they're going to get 4 or 5 here, 4 or 5 there. They're going to get some first downs by what they're doing and the way they align and the way they do things. However, you'll bend, but you just can't break and give up the big play, because they come off to all those different run sets and catch you coming in to stop the run, and
then they throw it over.
Slip one in over the top. They do some trick plays. They pitch the ball out. You think it's a run, and you come up to play the run, and they'll throw it to a receiver. The running back will. So, we have to be very, very, very disciplined against this team. And these are the type of games that you kind of worry about, because you feel like you should win the game. However, but what they're doing is is
It
good for
can
what
hurt
they
you.
do. Yes, yes.
Yeah, and we're going down there, right?
We're going down there, and
Okay.
you know, anytime you go, you know,
speak
south
to
in
us,
that
speak to us
area,
about that atmosphere down there.
I've never been there.
Okay.
But I've been down in the, you know, the Wiregrass area and the Dothan areas, and you know, it's really tough, and the officials are tough on you, and you know, you know,
Ain't nothing like playing at home, Coach.
yeah,
you
it's really tough.
Yeah.
And
get that home locker room and
Yeah.
sit in your own coach's chair, and
yeah,
it's just different on the road.
right, and you know, and that's understood. It's understood. It's a part of the game. But you know, if you plan on making it, you know, going deep in the playoffs and doing well, you have to go on the road and win in environments that you know, that are tough to play in.
Yeah.
And so you know, they beat Opp at home. They played well. They get motivated. You know, you look at them on film, they don't seem as they're really fast, but they're actually a lot faster and a lot bigger than they look. And you know, and talking to other coaches, because you tend to talk to coaches, they're very disciplined.
Yeah.
You can tell that on film. So, you know, we still have some kids out this game.
I was just about to ask, not from suspension, but I mean,
Well-
I know you got Nemo back and you got Amari back, but as far as health, how are we on just our overall
think
health?
Overall health, I think we're pretty good this week. We're better than we've been in the last few weeks.
Okay.
So that's a positive.
But the suspended players are still out.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right. This is their last week, and you know, there's a lot of special team players, so we're still playing some what I call my young guys, and you know, they're stepping up. They're working hard. They're trying to get in and practice. They're fighting to get reps. So
yeah,
it's, you know, I like these guys on this team. You know, we still have some growing to do.
Yeah.
We're still immature in areas, but I see the growth, and I see that, you know, we're going to be bright in the future, but they need to step up now. The future is now.
We need you Friday night.
Yes.
Coach Mark Hertz with the Pike County Bulldogs are going to Dothan Friday night to take on Providence Christian. It is a region game, and like Coach Hertz said, they're undefeated in the region, even though they've had some up and down games out of region. And I'm sticking with it, Coach. Y'all gonna win these region games out, and we're gonna get it done.
Well, hey, I'm with you.
Best of
I
luck.
like the way you talk.
Best of luck at Providence
Thank you,
Christian.
sir.
Thank you for being here tonight, Coach Mark Hertz with the Pike County Bulldogs, right here on the Coaches Show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Go Dogs.
Soon I will cover the wiregrass and red tape. That way no one will be able to buy.
Not if the More Force has anything to do with it. More Force, on me.
At MitchellNissan.com, you'll experience the power of more, getting more for your trade-in and saving more time with our fast and easy service.
And everyone gets more with Mitchell Nissan's Customer Advantage package at no extra charge.
My red tape was no match for the power of more.
MitchellNissan.com. More, it's what we do.
Hey, Bill, did you stream that finale last night?
Oh, yeah.
No spoilers!
Oh, they're vicious.
Customer inspired. That's C-Spire.
Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is celebrating a big 6th anniversary with $6 over invoice. During Ram Power Days, all new Ram 1500, 2500, and 3500s are only $6 over invoice, and you keep the rebates. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
So many people have had a great experience here at Gillen Ford, but don't take my word for it.
Had a great experience at Gillen. Did most of my shopping online. Great website. Came down here for about 10 minutes, looked at what I wanted to. We were able to fill out paperwork and come back, sign, and drive it away.
I got my Ford Bronco at Gillen's Ford in Ozark. I got a wonderful deal. They're wonderful salespeople. Just come on down and get you one.
You know, they're just like family to us, aren't they?
They are, yes.
Gillen's got it.
School bus transportation plays a critical role in education. This is a reminder for students and parents to keep school bus safety at the forefront to keep our children safe. Make sure children leave home on time so they can arrive at the bus stop before it is due. Wait in a location where the driver can see them while approaching. While seated, your child must take their backpack off and place it in front of them on the floor or in their lap. Young children must have a parent or adult present for the child to be picked up or dropped off. A bus cannot leave or move until the child is 12 feet away. Pike County Schools, excellence in education.
At Max Credit Union, we enjoy more. Serving more, teaching more, growing more, giving more, supporting more, sharing more, and more of everything. Max Credit Union is dedicated to connecting with our communities and members, providing all the financial, tools, services, and expertise they need to live their best life, providing more of everything since 1955. Max Credit Union.
At Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, we put God and family first. We've been in business since 1959. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. Woo! We got the trucks. Come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Tell them, boy.
So many people.
Welcome back to the Coaches Show, October 11th edition. On the line and on the Zoom is Coach Evan Ballard with the Dale County Warriors. Coach, thank you for taking time to be with us here tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for having me.
Coach, the Slocum Red Tops came a-calling, and y'all came out on top 60-30. Big win right there. That puts y'all at 2-5 overall, 1-3 in the region. And you finished the schedule. I was looking forward on the schedule. You finished the schedule with 3 more straight region games. So it just gets thicker as you go right here. And I say that because y'all's region is still up in the air. You got 3 region games coming. You just won a region game. 3 more coming. It's up in the air. And besides Andalusia, sitting at the very tip top right there, the rest of it is up in the air, Coach. Speak to us a little about that and also about how the Slocum game unfolded real quick.
Yeah, you know, the region, it's tough. There's a lot of really good teams. You know, I think everybody's improved even from last year. Geneva, who we got this week, they're a really good, well-coached football team. Montgomery Catholic, we know what type of team they are. And Booker T. Washington, they've done a phenomenal job since Coach O'Neill's got there. And, you know, even Bullitt County, they were well-coached, man. I mean, they're a well-coached physical football team. So our region just continues to get better every year, it feels like. So it will be a tough task, but I've been proud of our guys and the consistency that we've had with practice, even through some of the struggles and some circumstances that have been, you know, kind of out of our control with some injuries. Our guys have stayed the course. Practice has been good. I mean, even through the 5-game struggle that we had, we still came to work every day. They still put in the work. We've got better in our execution, and I think that showed last Friday. Our guys took pride in that, and I think it showed for us on Friday.
Yeah, I like what you said, that some of those good practices and everybody staying together through the tough row of the 5 games right there kind of culminated Friday night. Slocum's no pushover. You're talking about a Slocum team that dealt GW Long a loss, you know, to open the season. You know, they're not a pushover, and for y'all to put 60 points on them, you know, I understand what you're saying about those practices coming together finally this week and y'all putting it together on the field Friday night. So that makes sense, you know, because if you look back, you know, what Slocum did to GW Long, they're a good football team.
Yeah, they are, and we finally we felt like that we had some things go away with the guys we were able to put out there. We were down a couple guys. We got some of those guys back. You know, that kind of rejuvenated us a little bit. Getting Dallas Hesham back, who was our starting quarterback to begin the year, him and Junior Smith, splitting time, and Junior unfortunately is out for the year, and Dallas was out for 4 games. So being able to get him back really helped. He just is steady, able to calm everybody down, and really helps on the defensive side too. So being able to get some of those guys back and some other linemen back, it definitely helped, and I was proud of the way that we came out and played.
Coach, you hit on something just a minute. Just for my clarification and everybody that's watching's clarification, Junior Smith is officially out for the year.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he had a torn ACL, tore it in the second quarter against Bullitt County.
Okay.
So he'll be out for the year, and he'll be missed. I mean, we all know how well he is on the football
incredible.
Field,
Right.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal basketball player too. I mean, he's a competitor, man. I mean, he competes, and it was unfortunate. He picked up his first offer from Florida A&M, actually on that Friday against Bullitt County, and I think that's the first of many. So he's going to be missed. We're, not just from on the field standpoint, but in the locker room as well. But he's only a sophomore, so he's got time. But I'm talking to him after he was worried about his team. That was the biggest thing. He was just upset that he couldn't be there for the guys because he's been an integral part of us changing the culture here too.
Yeah, heartbreaking, Coach. Tell him I wish him the best from Sports Chat and from C Spire. Well, Coach, let's talk about football in general and the game that was on the field. Just speak to us about how that game unfolded a little bit for you.
Yeah, so it was back and forth. To begin with, it was 30-30 at one point in the third quarter.
Did not know that. Yeah, it was a tight game.
Yeah, so we went in the half up 30-24, and we really just challenged our guys to just kind of be tougher in the red zone and tougher. And that they got some 2-point conversions on us. They got 3 2-point conversions, and we really talked about, hey, that can be the difference in a 2-score game if we could have had it at 30-18. And they came out the first drive, hit us with a big play, and our guys did a good job of answering the challenge that we had, and they stopped them on the 2-point conversion. And then from there, defensively, we locked into what it is that we were trying to do. We did a great job in the run game against them all night. They hit us on some busted coverages. They hit one little reverse pass. They had some good schemes drawn up that hit us early. But as we settled in defensively, that's the group that I was most proud of. Offensively, we've been pretty good all year. Our offensive line has done a great job for us all year, and our backs have done a good job running it. And so we feel good about us on the offense side of the ball. Defensively, we've had to put some pieces together with some of the things that's happened, and we kind of changed some scheme, and we're getting settled in a lot better. And I think in the second half we really settled into our keys and what it is that we're supposed to do, and to hold them to only 6 points in the second half was huge.
That is, Coach. Junior's out, but hey, what about Tristan Smith? He accounted for Coach, I had to read this 3 times. He accounted for 315 yards. He accounted for 7 touchdowns. He had 286 rushing yards, 6 rushing touchdowns. He added 29 receiving yards, including a receiving touchdown as well. Heck, he even decided to throw in a 2-point conversion. I mean, this kid had one whale of a game. Talk to us about Tristan Smith and his game Friday night.
Yeah, I mean, he had a monster game. Starts with the guys up front, though, and he'll tell you that too. The guys up front, they don't get enough credit, but starts with those guys up front. Anytime that you can run the football for that many yards, it's definitely a credit to them.
Yeah.
But Tristan's he's just been steady for us all year. He, going into the year, we really kind of planned on him playing some slot receiver for us and being in the backfield some. But I think it was the Tuesday before the very first game against Ayrton, we had our starting running back get banged up with an ankle injury, and he's still been battling with that all year. So we had to get Tristan ready to go, and he had a good first game against Ayrton, and it's really kind of taken off since there.
Yeah, settled in right there. Yeah.
Yeah, he has. Yeah. He's definitely settled in for us there. I mean, we've asked him to do a lot this year against GW Long with Junior and Dallas out. We made the decision on on Wednesday that week to kind of put in some single wing stuff and just snap it to it. And he had almost 200 yards in that game. we turned it over a little bit too much, but he had a big game then too. We just kind of asked him to do everything for us, kind of be Iron Man for us, even on the defensive side. We put him at safety and asked him to fit it downhill in the run game too. But he's just he's a ball player. You know, he's undersized. He's only about 5'5", 5'6", but he don't play that way. He plays with a high motor. And, we're glad to have him.
Coach, Dallas Hedstrom back, like you said. He had 73 yards rushing and a touchdown, and while also going 6 for 8 passing from the quarterback position. Was this his first game back or second game back? And talk to us about the game he had Friday night.
Yeah, this is his first game back since Carroll, so he's been out 4 straight games, and he picked up like he left off for us. Which wasn't really to anybody's surprise. I mean, he's a football player. That's what he is. And he's just, I've said it from the beginning, he's just steady. That 6 for 8, you know, that's who he is. He's going to put us in the right spots. The best thing he did is he didn't make mistakes. I think one of the best plays that he had was on a throwaway. It was a second down. They got pressure. He was able to get out of the pressure. Instead of trying to force one in the red zone, he threw it away and kept the drive going. And he makes plays like that. He had a good check down on a play. We tried to hit a little now screen and go, and they covered that up pretty good. So he just took the check down. He extends drives with his legs. You know, so he's just steady. He's a steady quarterback, one that you can count on, takes care of the football, and he can make plays whenever it's there.
Coach, on the defensive side of the ball, real quick. Preston Stevens, 15 tackles. Cam Cotton, 14 tackles. Cam had an interception too. Stacey Atkins, 12 tackles. Gavin Fultz had 8 tackles. Gavin also had 2 quarterback sacks. Now, I know Slocum scored 30, but you had to be proud of that defense and those numbers. Speak to us about how they performed.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, that was the most positive that I came away with from that game. You know, I know the 30 points is a lot, but just how the game played out, you know, we want to limit the big play, but we really challenged our guys to be physical in the run game. Our secondary to come downhill in the run game, and Cam Cotton plays corner for us. He was a corner that had 14 tackles. They like to get us in some tight end wing stuff and play him down in the box, and I mean, he was up for the challenge. He fit it and strung it out, and Preston and Gavin were there to clean it up, and Stacey did a good job for us too. We going into the game, we said, hey, we got to stop the run, and we stopped the run, and in the second half, we were able to eliminate the big play, and that led to that success. But I'm very proud of our defense. That has been the one side of the ball that we've had to improve on as the years went, and it's really not the defense, because they all play defense. Everybody plays offense, turns around and plays defense, so it's really just the same focus that we have and the same attention to detail that we have on the offensive side of the ball. We wanted to carry that over whenever we were on the defensive side, and our guys did a good job of that.
That's great, Coach. Coach, flipping the page, let's move on to Geneva. It's a home game for you. They come in, they're 2-5 on the year, 1-3 in the region. They're coming off kind of a woodshed beatdown at the hands of Andalusia, but Andalusia's done that to a bunch of folks. They could come in there mad. They may come in there a little mad after what Andalusia handed them. What challenges does Geneva pose for y'all this Friday night?
Well, they do a good job of formationing. If you don't get lined up against them, they'll make you pay. They get in a lot of different formations, and they do a good job on that side of the ball, on the offense side of the ball, of whatever it is that you're giving them. They do a good job of taking advantage of that. And so the key for us is going to be able to get lined up. Can we get lined up on the defense side of the ball? And then the same thing, they got a really good running back, really good quarterback. So we've got to be able to fit it in the run game, and then, eliminate the big play.
Gotcha.
That's going to be the key too, because if you're not sound, they'll hit you on the big play. And defensively, they're in the right spot. They play hard, so it's going to be a challenge. But we've got to execute. That's just like last week. If we execute, we like the chance that we'll be given. But they're a good enough team that if you don't execute, they'll make you pay because they're well coached.
Got you. Coach Evan Ballard with Dale County Warriors. We appreciate you tonight. You got Geneva Friday night. Best of luck with Geneva, and hopefully we'll talk to you next Wednesday night. All right, Coach?
All right, thank you. Thank y'all for having me.
On the Coaches Show, Dale County, Evan Ballard. We'll be right back.
I've had a great experience here at Gillen Ford, but don't take my word for it.
Gillen is a place where you want to come and shop. When I wanted a new Ford Edge, I knew exactly what I was looking for.
Wonderful salesmen. They treat you wonderful here.
Had a great experience at Gillen, great sales staff. We were able to fill out paperwork, come back, sign, and drive it away.
The service here at Gillen's was outstanding.
They make you feel like family, and Gillen Ford made it happen, all while treating me like family.
Gillen's got it.
At Bondi's Enterprise Toyota, we want you and your family to be customers for life.
Every new car purchase comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty and lifetime oil changes at no additional cost.
And when it comes to selling your car or trading it in for a newer model, get more with an instant cash offer from Bondi's Enterprise Toyota, the official Kelly Blue Book Buying Center.
And remember, every new car purchase comes with a free lifetime warranty and lifetime oil changes.
Customers for life only at Bondi's Enterprise Toyota.
It's your last chance to make this the summer event at Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Last call on our inventory of new Dodge Chargers. Save up to $6,000 or get up to $5,000 off Jeep Grand Cherokee L models. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
School bus transportation.
Welcome back to the Coaches Show. Coach Jamel Bell, the defense coordinator for the Carroll Eagles, sitting in for Coach Block. Coach, thank you for being here tonight. I know nasty driving conditions. It means a lot that you took the time out of your schedule to come be here tonight. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you all as well.
Coach, coming off a hard-fought game at Matthews Stadium last Friday night, y'all fell 1 point short of taking complete control of the region. Eufaula takes it 38-37 in a high-scoring game. Talk to us just in a nutshell about the game, how it all unfolded.
And it was a great game. My hat's off to Eufaula, great ball club, whatever. Coached by Coach Journey, one of my friends. It was an exciting game. It came down to the one last kick. They blocked the extra point. They sent it to overtime. But that wasn't the defining moment. That was the defining moment of the score, but not mistakes throughout the game. But our guys play hard to the end. They play hard to the end, and that's all you can ask. And sometimes the scoreboard is not in your favor. We defensively we came in with a game plan, and we executed the game plan for the most part, but we gave up the big plays at the wrong time.
Okay.
Offensively, that was one of the best games offensively that Keyshawn had and Peyton had and Lakeith. They played Friday night. We had some mistakes on defense or whatever, but at the end of the day, the kids played how we asked them to play.
Coach Keyshawn, you just mentioned those guys, but I want to talk about them individually. Keyshawn Cole, 13 for 19 passing for 209 yards, 4 touchdown passes. He also had 81 yards rushing on the ground with 14 carries and a rushing touchdown. Keyshawn Cole did. Lakeith Pearson rushed it for 147 yards on 18 carries. Not to be left out, Peyton Plott also caught 10 passes for 178 yards, and he had 3 touchdown receptions. What an offensive outpouring right there. And you've already touched on it, Coach, but you had to be happy with the offensive showing against Eufaula. And is there anything else you want to say about those kids and the offensive performance?
I'm going to be honest with you. That was some offensive fireworks. It was amazing, as a defensive coach to see some of it happen on Friday night and develop. One of the biggest things, and who don't get any acknowledgement, is the offensive line. You know, they playing well. In order for all of that to happen, that offensive line has to block.
That's right.
You know, two definite key guys, returning guys, Cavante and Donovan, those key guys, man, they're big up front. You know, you got your senior, Shantavius Stewart, he's holding it down as well. And as Jamarian Rump as well at the other guard. But those guys are playing their tails off.
Yeah.
I mean, in order to have those kind of numbers, those guys got to run block and pass block very well.
They really do. And
Yes, sir.
And they did Friday night.
Yes, sir, and they did it. I mean, and they did it for 4 quarters.
Yeah.
You know, we just kind of fell short on the defensive end, in my perspective as a defensive coach.
Yeah, and I know you gave up 38 points, but was there anybody on the defensive side of the ball that just graded out really well? Who stood out for you on defense?
To be honest with you, that the defensive line, one of the things
as a unit,
one of the things coming in, we said, hey, we're gonna stop the run, and because Eufaula has been running the ball on everyone, and you know, Friday night that is what we did. We slowed that run down, and you know, we gave up some big plays on the back end, right? So you know, going forward, we just got to put a complete game together. Because the week before, when we played Navarre, they ran it right up out, you know, right down our back, up our throat, whatever you want to call it. But you know, we came out Friday, and up front, we really did a really terrific job. So
that defensive line as a unit played well.
Defensive line played well. They played well Friday night.
Gotcha. Coach, and you hit on it earlier that there was a blocked extra point that probably kept the game from going into overtime.
Yes.
Explain to us, did they come off the edge? Did they come up the middle? Was it a big push up the middle? What was the block?
Well, the block one, it came off the left side, and the guy did a really good job sliding in there, and kind of when you go back and watch the film, if the ball is 2 inches to the right, it's going in. You know, he don't block it. So it's just kind of one of those things or whatever. But you know, I know a lot of people question the call, but you know, you look at your kicker was 100% that night. So hey, you go with that call, and that's the right call. You know, at the end of the day, and we all can, as coaches, right? That's what I'm saying. We all have coaches on the sideline to say, hey, we should have did this or should have did that, but just put that to rest. You know, I thought Coach made a great decision kicking the ball.
He hadn't missed the extra point.
Right, he hadn't missed the extra point. Why would you go for 2?
Probably wouldn't have missed that one.
Right, he wouldn't have. But you know, one of those miscues. You know, you kind of relax a little bit. So, and that happened. You know, but I can't blame it on that particular play because you know, defensively we gave up 3 touchdowns on 3rd down.
Oh, gosh,
you know,
Coach.
I mean, I'm talking about 3rd and 15, 3rd and 5. You know, scrambling situations. You know, those things. So I could point out a lot of things. Much more than that field goal block.
Did we try an onside kick after the?
Yes, we did, and we almost got it. We just came up a little short, a few inches short.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. Well, hey, let's put that one behind us. This is only the first region loss, and moving forward. And next up, Headland.
Yes, sir.
And Coach, they're 5-1.
Yes, sir.
And 2-1 in the region. And this region this year is extremely tough.
Yes.
And they're 2-1 in the region, and jumping around a little bit here in the conversation, but the next 3 games, the region is going to jockey.
Yes.
The next 3 games, it's going to be a dogfight for that 4th spot in this region.
Yes.
Now, a lot of these regions around the state, well, they finished 4th.
Right.
No, in this region, it is going to be a really good football team that finishes 4th in the region, because this region is stacked.
Yes.
And so tell us, with that being known, Headland is a region foe. What challenges is Headland going to bring?
Well, just speaking on the region, out of this region in the last 2 years, the team that has been number 1 has went to state championship
game. Yeah, yeah.
All right, so that tells you a little bit about the region.
That's right. That's right.
Headland, I mean, Coach Mel is doing a terrific job down there. Had those kids playing. I mean, they're playing on the high. I mean, obviously by the record, it speaks for itself. Got a bunch of talent, and we got to go into Headland, which is a hostile environment.
Right.
Of course, being on the road is always tough. I mean, it doesn't matter which stadium you go in.
That's right.
But that's part of having home field advantage. So, you know, it's our job. We got to go in focused and ready to play football, and Headland is going to be ready to play because, you know, it's 1 week at a time. You know, this game could potentially decide who's the number 2 seed in the region.
It could.
You know, so you just never know. Even though we got a few weeks left, and we're going to take one game at a time. Can't look down the road. We got to focus on Headland.
Got to win this next one.
Yes, got to win the next one because at any point, either one of us can be out of the playoffs as well.
That's right.
So we got to do a good job Friday against Headland. And I know they're going to be fired up. They're going to want some revenge from last year because we was in the same position last year.
Okay.
Same position last year. Well, who's deciding who's going to continue to make the playoff run or whatever. But you know, we're looking forward to Friday.
As far as the schematics and the game of football, are they heavy run? Are they balanced?
Well, they got you know, they've been a heavy run team, but they have some athletes. I don't know the kid name, number 84. He's those kids that play basketball. Got some really good talent. The kid is, I think he's committed to Mississippi State if I'm not mistaken.
He's D1, yeah.
Yeah, he's legit. He's a legit kid.
He is,
bar none. So they're a little bit of balanced attack, so you can't go to sleep. You know, they'll run the ball and they'll throw it up to you, to their guys, and they'll make the play. So you got to be prepared.
You got to be prepared either way. So
yes.
There we go. Coach Jamel Bell from the Carroll Eagles coming off a heartbreaking loss to Eufaula by 1 point, but they are on the road at the Headland Rams in a big region game Friday night. Coach Bell, the defensive coordinator at Carroll, thank you for taking time to be here tonight, and best of luck against the Rams Friday night. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Coach Jamel Bell, defensive coordinator with the Carroll Eagles, right here on the Coaches Show. We'll be right back.
Plays a critical role in education. This is a reminder for our community to keep school bus safety at the forefront to keep children safe. As a member of our community, please remember these simple rules. Stop and stay 20 feet back behind the bus. If you are meeting the bus on a 2-lane road, you must stop 20 feet in front of us when the stop sign is out. Please look out for children. If the student must cross the road after getting off the bus, the child must always cross in front of the bus. Pike County Schools. Excellence in education.
Hey, it's Meredith here with Mitchell, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep. I'm here with our July Jeep Dog of the Month, Rossi. Rossi is here to introduce you to the redesigned 24 model year Wranglers. The new Wrangler is built for those who dream of unbound adventure. Like Rossi, we have over 50 to choose from. Reserve yours today at Mitchell, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep, Enterprise, Alabama. See you soon.
Right now, during the Make This the Summer sales event, finance the new 2023 Ram 1500 for just 2.9 APR for 72 months.
At Wiley Sanders Strut Lines, we put God and family first. We've been in business since 1959. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Strut Line. Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. Woo! We got the trucks. Come to Wiley Sanders Strut Line. Tell them, boy.
Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is celebrating a big 6th anniversary with $6 over invoice. During Ram Power Days, all new Ram 1500, 2500, and 3500s are only $6 over invoice, and you keep the rebates. Nobody beats a premier deal. Nobody.
Wiley Sanders Strut Line, where we put God and family first. We go to Illinois,
Indiana, North Carolina, South Carolina,
Ohio, Arkansas. We're looking for good in-dump drivers. That's right, Wiley Sanders Strut Line. 401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield, dental plan. Hey, these wheels roll, you make money. If you're not driving one of them, you're driving at the wrong place. Wiley Sanders Strut Lines, Troy, Alabama. Fellas, where we go?
Indiana, North Carolina, and South Carolina,
Ohio, and Arkansas. Wiley Sanders Strut Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Bill Jackson Chevrolet. Bill Jackson Ford in Troy, Alabama.
Our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles looks so good, you'll think they're new. In the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle? We've got what you're looking for.
So come see us at Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC in Troy. So come see us at Bill Jackson Ford in Troy, Alabama, where you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
The summer sales event at Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with great summer deals like $12,000 off new Ram 1500 Limited Crew Cab models, or save up to $6,000 off on Ram 2500 models. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
School bus transportation plays a critical role in education. This is a reminder for students and parents to keep school bus safety at the forefront to keep our children safe. Make sure children leave home on time so they can arrive at the bus stop before it is due. Wait in a location where the driver can see them while approaching. While seated, your child must take their backpack off and place it in front of them on the floor or in their lap. Young children must have a parent or adult present for the child to be picked up or dropped off. A bus cannot leave or move until the child is 12 feet away. Pike County Schools, excellence in education.
At Wiley Sanders Strut Lines, we put God and family first. We've been in business since 1959. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Strut Line, Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. Woo! We got the trucks. Come to Wiley Sanders Strut Line. Tell them, boy.
Our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles looks so good, you'll think they're new.
So take the short drive to Bill Jackson Ford in Troy, where you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Ford, Troy, Alabama. In the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle? We've got what you're looking for.
So come see us at Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC in Troy, and you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC.
Hey Bill, did you stream that finale last night?
Oh yeah.
No spoilers! Oh, they're vicious.
Customer inspired. That's C-Spire.
Wiley Sanders Strut Line, where we put God and family first. We go to Illinois,
Indiana, North Carolina, South Carolina,
Ohio, Arkansas. We're looking for good in-dump drivers. That's right, Wiley Sanders Strut Line. 401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield, dental plan. Hey, these wheels roll, you make money. If you're not driving one of them, you're driving at the wrong place. Wiley Sanders Strut Lines, Troy, Alabama. Fellas, where we go?
Indiana, North Carolina, and South Carolina,
Ohio and Arkansas. Wiley Sanders Strut Lines, Troy, Alabama. Wiley Sanders Strut Line been in business since 1959 and we'll still growing. We've been in business since 1959 and we'll still growing. Wiley Sanders Strut Line. From 1959 to 2023, we'll still growing. How many years is that, Mr. Glenn? 63. Ricky, about this T680?
Got a nice digital dashboard, easy to read.
Man, Wiley Sanders Strut Line, we got competitive pay, we got Blue Cross Blue Shield. We can get you home, Wiley Sanders. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Strut Line.
Wiregrass, Larry Smith with Gillen Chevrolet GMC in Ozark. With new Chevrolet Silverados and new GMC Sierras priced below invoice, why go anywhere else?
Gillen's got it.
A lot of dealers in the Wiregrass area are running low on inventory. Not at Gillen Chevrolet GMC in Ozark.
Gillen's got it.
Come see the best selection of new and pre-owned vehicles in the Wiregrass area at Gillen Chevrolet GMC in Ozark and see why Gillen's got it.
Gillen's got it.
Visit us online at either GillenChevrolet.com or GillenGMC.com.
Gillen's got it.
Wiley Sanders Strut Line, where we put God and family first. We go to Illinois,
Indiana, North Carolina, South Carolina,
Ohio, Arkansas. We're looking for good in-dump drivers. That's right, Wiley Sanders Strut Line. 401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield, dental plan. Hey, these wheels roll, you make money. If you're not driving one of them, you're driving at the wrong place. Wiley Sanders Strut Lines, Troy, Alabama. Fellas, where we go?
Indiana, North Carolina, and South Carolina,
Ohio and Arkansas. Wiley Sanders Strut Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Rawsome, someone has been putting prices in the red zone.
Looks like Blitz and Scramble are up to their old tricks. More force. Right.
At MitchellNissan.com, you can juke all the waiting games and pick the model, trim, and accessories you want from anywhere.
And you'll score extra points with our Customer Advantage package at no extra charge. That powers you to more savings.
Now that's what I call zone coverage. MitchellNissan.com. More, it's what we do.
Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is celebrating a big 6th anniversary with $6 over invoice. During Ram Power Days, all new Ram 1500, 2500, and 3500s are only $6 over invoice, and you keep the rebates. Nobody beats a premier deal. Nobody.
Welcome back to the Coaches Show. Coach Roland Jones of the Brantley Bulldogs on speakerphone with us here tonight. Coach Jones, welcome in.
Thank you, Neil. I appreciate it.
Man, we sure appreciate you taking time out to be with us here tonight, and the bad weather and all that, and I know you probably practiced late, and you had time to call in, and I really appreciate it. Coach, y'all rode over to Georgiana last Friday night, and Heck Fire come out on the bad side of things, 26-0. And I'm going to tell you, Georgiana has quietly, nobody's talking about them, got off to a 6-1 start. They're pretty dang good this year. But
they're not bad, Neil. You know, we, as folks know, some folks know, but our starting quarterback's been out, and our backup quarterback got hurt on Tuesday at practice. So we go into the week against Georgiana and had no quarterback, so we put Cooper Layton, one of our receivers, back there, and we was limited on what we could do, and we had 6 starters out against Georgiana, so that was tough on us. But we had several young kids, 4 or 5 ninth graders that had to play, and I was very pleased because they played hard and didn't quit. Defensively, we played really well. Georgiana didn't drive on us. They got a lot of athletes, and we just had some miscues, fumble snaps and stuff. But we had a quarterback back there that had played quarterback two days of his life, and that was Wednesday and Thursday. So we was very limited on what we could do, but don't take nothing away from Georgiana, good football team.
Yeah, Coach, that lands y'all at 3-4 on the year, 2-1 in the region though, and hey, y'all are finishing out the schedule this year with 4 straight region games, and that tells me that all the team goals can still be obtained. Am I correct?
That's right, and the good thing is we got everybody back this week. We got our quarterback back who hadn't played all year, who All-State first team last year, and was a lot of our offense. Jaden Parks throws it around really well, and John Harper Kilcrease, who played backup quarterback for us all year, has done a great job. Mm-hmm. He'll move back to tackle where he's been all last year and played every snap at tackle. And then Kendrick Welch, our linebacker and tight end, is back after a shoulder injury, been out 4 weeks. And Axton Sanders, a receiver that's been out 4 weeks, he'll be back. So, we've had really good practice this week, and you never know what happens, and I think right now we need some wins, and we got everybody healthy. the first time we've had everybody healthy the whole entire year because Jaden broke his foot before season started. So, you know, we've had some good practices, and we feel good about it going into the playoffs.
That's awesome, Coach. That's really good news. Jumping back to the Georgiana game one more time, is there anybody that just stood out on offense or defense, or somebody that graded out real well on the film? Anybody's name you want to call and give them a shout out?
Well, you know, Neil, I don't really have anybody that really stood out for us. Like I said, we played a lot of young guys, and I was proud of the way they competed, you know, and didn't give up. And you know, Georgiana scores late to make it 26-0, but there's nobody really that stood out.
Okay.
We just got a long ways to go, and the good thing is we got a lot of older kids coming back this week that haven't been playing, and I'm looking forward to the end of the season and going into the playoffs.
Yeah, and those younger kids that had to fill in, Coach Jones, that is invaluable reps at that age, at the varsity level, and that I think will pay dividends 2 and 3 years down the road.
Oh, that's no doubt, Neil. You know, we've been fortunate over the last several years that we had a really good football teams, and we've been able to get up on folks and got some of these younger kids in, and you know, that's why we've been successful, because they've got to play so much, and now we're to a point where we're going to have to start over. But I think our guys are headed in the right direction, and, you know, we're looking forward to the rest of the season.
Got you, Coach. No doubt about it. And turning the page and moving on to y'all are off this week. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah. Well, let's since I got you on the line and we got an audience, let's turn the page 2 weeks, and we'll just briefly talk about Pleasant Home. Coach, they're 1-5. They're 0-4 in the region, and I know it's a week and a half out, but even being a week and a half out, tell us what challenges the Bulldogs are going to face. What challenges is Pleasant Home bringing to the table?
Well, Neil, we hadn't looked at anything on Pleasant Home, had not seen them on film or anything, because we having to fix ourselves.
Okay,
and,
okay.
You know, we got we've had so many guys that's been out that you know, we started back like we started the first of the year this week during practice, since we got an off week, and you know, Jaden throws the ball around well, he runs the ball well, and you know, so we really hadn't looked at any of the opponents ahead. We're just trying to fix what we need to do,
kind of like
to put a good product on the field, and you know, what people don't understand, that 3-4 record. You know, it don't matter when you start the playoffs. Everybody's 0-0, and if we click it at the right time,
that's right, Coach,
then we got a chance to make a run. And you know, a lot of people put a little bit too much emphasis on wins and losses, and don't put enough emphasis on the outcome and how the kids are developing and preparing. But you know, we feel like all our goals are in front of us, as you said.
Yep.
We may not be region champs, but Elba's got a good football team, and Georgiana probably going to be the number 2 seed. And, you know, it really don't matter what seed you are. I mean, you just got to go into the playoffs playing your best, and got to get lucky, and nobody knows what'll happen.
That's right. And, Coach, I like what you said. You had an off week this week, and it's kind of like week 1 back in August when you're getting all these players back.
That's exactly right. And like I said, you know, we're working on Brantley right now. We've got to get Brantley where they able, and then next week we'll focus on Pleasant Home, and then you know, the other region games after that. But right now we're working on Brantley to get back and be competitive and able to go.
All right, Coach Jones, Coach Roland Jones with the Brantley Bulldogs. They're open this week, and so they got 2 weeks of practice heading into Pleasant Home next week. Coach Jones, best of luck, not this Friday night, but next Friday night at Pleasant Home, and thank you so much for calling in here tonight, and best of luck getting in that playoffs and getting that fresh start at 0-0 and making a run.
Thank you, Neil. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for what you do.
Thank you, Coach Jones. Coach Roland Jones with the Brantley Bulldogs, and we'll be right back here on the Coaches Show.
Hey, Bill, did you stream that finale last night?
Oh, yeah.
No spoilers! Oh, they're vicious.
Customer inspired. That's C-Spire.
Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is celebrating with a big 6th anniversary with $6 over invoice. In stock inventory is only $6 over invoice, and you keep the rebates. Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram models are only $6 over invoice. Nobody beats a premier deal. Nobody.
At Max Credit Union, we enjoy more. Serving more, teaching more, growing more, giving more, supporting more, sharing more, and more of everything. Max Credit Union is dedicated to connecting with our communities and members, providing all the financial, tools, services, and expertise they need to live their best life, providing more of everything since 1955. Max Credit Union.
So many people have had a great experience here at Gillen Ford, but don't take my word for it.
When I wanted a new Ford Edge, I knew exactly what I was looking for, and Gillen Ford made it happen, all while treating me like family.
I stopped by Gillen Ford looking for a pickup. In a couple of days, they got exactly what I wanted.
Gillen is a place where you want to come and shop. They make you feel like family. The service and the salespeople are amazing.
We've bought, I guess, 5 or 10 vehicles from them over the years.
Probably more than that.
Probably more than that. So we're really happy with Gillen Ford.
Wiley Sanders Strut Line, where we put God and family first. We go to Illinois,
Indiana, North Carolina, South Carolina,
Ohio, Arkansas. We're looking for good in-dump drivers. That's right, Wiley Sanders Strut Line. 401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield, dental plan. Hey, these wheels roll, you make money. If you're not driving one of them, you're driving at the wrong place. Wiley Sanders Strut Lines, Troy, Alabama. Fellas, where we go?
Indiana, North Carolina, and South Carolina,
Ohio and Arkansas.
Wiley Sanders Strut Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Soon I will cover the wiregrass and red tape. That way no one will be able to buy.
Not if the More Force has anything to do with it. More Force, on me.
At MitchellNissan.com, you'll experience the power of more, getting more for your trade-in and saving more time with our fast and easy service.
And everyone gets more with Mitchell Nissan's Customer Advantage package at no extra charge.
My red tape was no match for the power of more.
MitchellNissan.com. More, it's what we do.
Hey, Bill, did you stream that finale last night?
Oh, yeah.
No spoilers! Oh, they're vicious.
Customer inspired. That's C-Spire.
Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is celebrating a big 6th anniversary with $6 over invoice. During Ram Power Days, all new Ram 1500, 2500, and 3500s are only $6 over invoice, and you keep the rebates. Nobody beats a premier deal. Nobody.
So many people have had a great experience here at Gillen Ford, but don't take my word for it.
Had a great experience at Gillen. Did most of my shopping online. Great website. Came down here for about 10 minutes, looked at what I wanted to. We were able to fill out paperwork and come back, sign, and drive it away.
I got my Ford Bronco at Gillen's Ford in Ozark. I got a wonderful deal. They're wonderful salespeople. Just come on down and get you one.
You know, they're just like family to us, aren't they?
They are, yes.
Gillen's got it.
School bus transportation plays a critical role in education. This is a reminder for students and parents to keep school bus safety at the forefront to keep our children safe. Make sure children leave home on time so they can arrive at the bus stop before it is due. Wait in a location where the driver can see them while approaching. While seated, your child must take their backpack off and place it in front of them on the floor or in their lap. Young children must have a parent or adult present for the child to be picked up or dropped off. A bus cannot leave or move until the child is 12 feet away. Pike County Schools, excellence in education.
At Max Credit Union, we enjoy more. Serving more, teaching more, growing more, giving more, supporting more, sharing more, and more of everything. Max Credit Union is dedicated to connecting with our communities and members, providing all the financial, tools, services, and expertise they need to live their best life, providing more of everything since 1955. Max Credit Union.
At Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, we put God and family first. We've been in business since 1959. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. Woo! We got the trucks. Come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Tell them, boy.
So many people have had a great experience here at Gillen Ford. But don't take my word for it.
Gillen is a place where you want to come and shop.
When I wanted a new Ford Edge, I knew exactly what I was looking for.
Wonderful salesman. They treat you wonderful here.
Had a great experience at Gillen, great sales staff. We were able to fill out paperwork, come back, sign, and drive it away.
The service here at Gillen's was outstanding.
They make you feel like family.
And Gillen Ford made it happen, all while treating me like family.
Gillen's got it.
At Bondi's Enterprise Toyota, we want you and your family to be customers for life.
Every new car purchase comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty and lifetime oil changes at no additional cost.
And when it comes to selling your car or trading it in for a newer model, get more with an instant cash offer from Bondi's Enterprise Toyota, the official Kelly Blue Book Buying Center.
And remember, every new car purchase comes with a free lifetime warranty and lifetime oil changes.
Customers for life only at Bondi's Enterprise Toyota.
Welcome back to the Coaches Show, October 11th edition. On the line, Coach David Watts with GW Long. Coach, welcome in.
Thank you for having me.
Coach, no better way to start region play than being 4-0. Plus, you've won 5 straight overall. And congratulations on the 36-20 win over the Zion Chapel Rebels last Friday night. Speak to us just a bit about that win and also including being undefeated in the region up to this point.
Yeah, well, Zion Chapel was a tough matchup for us. They're, a bunch of big guys and they're physical up front on both sides of the line of scrimmage, and we struggled a little bit, especially in the first half, to get them stopped. And I think we went in at halftime. The score was 21-20, but defense played a little bit better in the second half. No complaints with the offense. I thought we did a good job there. We moved it and scored with it, when we got our opportunities, but they played keep away from us for most of the first half, so it was a little bit tough there. But obviously, this is the position that we wanted to be in the region at this point, and we're happy to be here. We still got some tough region games ahead, and we've talked about this before, but all of them are tough matchups for us in the region. We're not. We're just good enough. I think we can compete in most of them, but we're not so good that there's not a team in the region that couldn't get us.
Right. And so you can't take anyone lightly in the region.
Nobody.
Coach, quarterback Bryson Hughes had another big game for you. He rushed for 204 yards, threw for 114 more. One of his scores was a scramble up the middle when he couldn't find an open receiver. Talk to us about Bryson and his efforts Friday night and describing that scramble play that was mentioned.
Yeah, Bryson, we talk about him every week. He's just a good football player. And we depend on him heavily, in situations like you're talking about there when we drop back to throw it. The good thing about Bryson is, we're trying to do a good job of distributing the ball to, and get it out to our receivers and stuff. But when things break down or they're not there, Bryson is such a good runner that, he can still make something happen. And, that was the situation happening. And oftentimes, stuff breaks down in protection, he can still make a play. So he's kind of a fixture for us in a lot of situations. If things don't go just like we want them to, he can still make something happen.
Good deal. Flipping over to the defense side of the ball, Braden Whitehead, he was your defensive leader. He had 11 tackles, Coach, including 9 of them being solo. Talk to us about Braden's game Friday night, and include your thoughts on the entire defensive performance. I know you've already mentioned that a little shaky in the first half, but they got it together in the second half. But can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, well, Braden plays on the back end for us and plays safety and does a really good job of coming downhill and fitting the run. We ask him to play in a lot of different spots where he has to come up and fit where those linebackers leave from a lot of times. And he's a really good open field tackler. The more space you have around you, obviously, the more difficult it is to get those guys down. He's one of the guys we've got on the back end that does a good job with that. He has a way. He keeps his eyes where they're supposed to be and doesn't lunge. Does a good job of staying where he's supposed to and tracking behind the ball. The defense overall, we were very concerned coming into this game because Zion Chapel does a really good job of running it. They have a quarterback that's a very good football player. He's a good passer. He's a very good runner. And, and so getting them stopped was a big concern from us. We're not a very big team. Our defensive front is pretty small. We start a couple guys on the defensive line that, their position on the offensive side is at running back. They're not real big guys, 150, 160-pound guys.
Mm-hmm.
So, getting them stopped was a concern. But, like I said, we eventually did a better job. Second half, we didn't just, go out and stone them, but we did slow them down enough and eventually, got them stopped before they got into the end zone. But, like I said, we're working to improve every week, and I think we've continued to do that. Hopefully we've done it again this week.
Yeah, Coach, and no doubt. And Coach, I read in the newspaper where there was a blocked extra point. We always talk about special teams, you and I, and you usually give me a little grade on your special teams. I know that blocked extra point didn't settle well with you. Was it a missed assignment, or was it just a great play by an athlete from Zion Chapel?
Well, they made a good play on it for sure, but they took advantage of something that we messed up. It was in the protection on the thing, and we had a guy that turned out when he should have turned in and left a gap, and the guy jumped right over his hip and went in there and blocked it. And hopefully we got that deal fixed, because that's those can be big turning points in a football game. When you score and you put the ball through the uprights, you maintain that momentum that you created when you scored a touchdown.
Right.
You give a lot of that away when you don't put it through the uprights, especially when they block the kick. So
that's right.
We can't afford to do that. And hopefully we got that fixed.
Good deal, Coach. Turning the page here and moving on to Cottonwood, and Coach, there's really no way to sugarcoat it. They're undefeated, and they've put some gaudy scores up this year, and they come to you, and that's a plus. If they're coming to you, they're coming to your home field. That's a plus. Tell us what challenges the Cottonwood Bears bring to Skipperville Friday night.
Well, the guy I played for in high school told us one time before we got ready to play a game, he said, "Guys, I got news for you." He said, "They're big, but they're fast." And it took all of us a second to kind of process that. And that's
I love that, Coach. I like it.
kind of the situation we're in with Cottonwood. They're a bunch of big old suckers up front, and they all run well, and their offensive and defensive line present you with a ton of issues. They're quick, they're fast off the ball, they're physical. They've got just a plethora of backs that they snap the thing to, and they've got a couple guys that they tend to get wide open in the passing game. They do such a good job of running it, and I mean, there's no question that this one will be the biggest challenge that we faced all year. There's just not a lot of weaknesses on their football team.
It will be it'll be a heck of a showdown, Coach. It's whoever the Bears or the Rebels, whoever stops the running game will win Friday night in Skipperville. I really believe that, and I hope y'all can put the stop on the Cottonwood Bears running game Friday night and come out with a victory.
Well, we're going to give it our best effort, but it will be a monumental challenge for sure.
Coach, I appreciate you being on tonight. Coach David Watts with the GW Long Rebels. And, Coach, get that win so we can keep that region streak going, and best of luck, and I appreciate you calling.
Thank you. Go Rebels.
Coach David Watts with GW Long. We'll be right back.
It's Meredith here with Mitchell, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep. I'm here with our July Jeep Dog of the Month, Rossi. Rossi is here to introduce you to the redesigned 24 model year Wranglers. The new Wrangler is built for those who dream of unbound adventure. Like Rossi, we have over 50 to choose from. Reserve yours today at Mitchell, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep, Enterprise, Alabama. See you soon.
During the Make This a Summer sales event, save up to $5,000 off MSRP on new Jeep models in stock.
It's your last chance to make this the summer event at Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Last call on our inventory of new Dodge Chargers. Save up to $6,000 or get up to $5,000 off Jeep Grand Cherokee L models. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
School bus transportation plays a critical role in education. This is a reminder for our community to keep school bus safety at the forefront to keep children safe. As a member of our community, please remember these simple rules. Stop and stay 20 feet back behind the bus. If you are meeting the bus on a 2-lane road, you must stop 20 feet in front of us when the stop sign is out. Please look out for children. If the student must cross the road after getting off the bus, the child must always cross in front of the bus. Pike County Schools. Excellence in education.
Hey, it's Meredith here with Mitchell, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep. I'm here with our July Jeep Dog of the Month, Rossi. Rossi is here to introduce you to the redesigned 24 model year Wranglers. The new Wrangler is built for those who dream of unbound adventure. Like Rossi, we have over 50 to choose from. Reserve yours today at Mitchell, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep, Enterprise, Alabama. See you soon.
Right now, during the Make This the Summer sales event, finance the new 2023 Ram 1500 for just 2.9 APR or 72 months.
At Wiley Sanders Strut Lines, we put God and family first. We've been in business since 1959. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Strut Line, Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. Woo! We got the trucks. Come to Wiley Sanders Strut Line. Tell them, boy.
Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is celebrating a big 6th anniversary with $6 over invoice. During Ram Power Days, all new Ram 1500, 2500, and 3500s are only $6 over invoice. And you keep the rebates. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
Wiley Sanders Strut Line.
Back to the Coaches Show, October 11th this week. On the phone, Coach Cody Keene with Zion Chapel Rebels. And, Coach, we appreciate you taking the time to be on with us tonight. Welcome into the show.
Yes, sir. I'm glad to have the opportunity. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Coach, tough game last Friday night over in Skipperville. Zion Chapel falls to GW Long 30-26. Or is that right? Yeah, 20-36. I'm sorry.
That's it. That's
20-36. And, Coach, that puts y'all at 3-4 on the year, 1-3 in the region. Coach, y'all finish out the schedule here, looking ahead, the rest of the schedule with 3 straight region games. Coach, y'all win those 3, and all is well, and it can be done. It can be done.
Yes, sir. It definitely can.
Tell us, Tell us how that GW Long game unfolded from a Zion Chapel perspective.
Well, we came out, we came out a little more aggressive than what we've been being, which benefited us. We got a stop on defense the first drive, which was good, and then turned around, took the ball, and scored. And just battled really the first half. I thought it was a really good half as far as the way things went. We did not handle the close of the first half as well as I would have liked.
Mm-hmm.
We were up 14-13, I think, and with a minute left, and then they went and scored, and then so we scored, but we got the ball with 30 seconds left and went and scored, type deal.
Okay.
Which was good for us. Well, we're not a quick strike type program. I mean, we drive the football. I think we had a drive Friday night that was 17 plays. So we're very old school.
Okay.
And how we manage the clock and manage the game, and and then in the second half, we tackled poorly compared to the first half, which is a credit to their quarterback, who's the guy that totes the ball for them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a strong cat. He's spent more time in the weight room than our kids. We've been getting after it for about 15 months now, and Coach Watts has been over there for 3 years. And so as we build that, hopefully we'll close games better. Kind of had the same thing happen with us early in the year against Wicksburg.
Okay.
And our kids fought. Our coaches did a really good job, defensively and offensively overall. So, I was pleased with that. I'm never pleased, to lose. But
sure.
But, we came out, with a bitter taste in our mouth that we want to get out of our mouth this week.
Yeah, Coach, and played a heck of a first half. Coach Mason Stewart, a former Sports Chat with Neil and Wally Player of the Week, by the way. I got to get that in there. He had a big night, Coach. He rushed it for 126 yards on 20 carries, threw it for 189 on 12 for 18 passing. He also, on the flip side, recorded 6 tackles while playing defense.
Mm-hmm.
One of those was a sack. Tell us about just take a minute or two and speak on Mason's performance against GW Long.
Well, anytime the team's playing better, it helps the individual. He's an under-recruited guy right now, and we're trying to get that remedied. He just turned 17 about a month ago. To be honest with y'all, he's a really, really young senior. Missed his junior year because he had the season-ending ankle break.
Okay.
But he's a guy that he squats well over 400 pounds. He's one of our strongest benchers. He power clean. He does all that. He takes care of his business in the weight room. He shows up. He leads. He's matured a ton, and he's really done a good job protecting the ball for us. And like you said, he's producing. And at the end of the day, he produces offensively, in part because of the offensive line and the job they do. But he's also he's a football player at the end of the day, and he does a lot of positive things for us, and he's a really good asset to our program and an ambassador.
Yeah, no doubt, Coach, no doubt whatsoever. And Coach, defensively, overall defensively, Braden Bimbo had 12 tackles, including 2 for losses. He caused a fumble, had a fumble recovery. He also blocked an extra point kick. The defensively y'all did. Jackson Dowdy had 10 tackles, 1 for a loss. John Foster Ham had 9 tackles and an interception. Just talk to us about that defense. And I know you've already said they played much better in the first half than they did the second, but just speak to us about that unit and the game they had against GW Long.
Well, the best thing about those 3 guys is they all return next year. So Dowdy's a junior, and the other 2 are sophomores. But so Jackson actually played a new position Friday night. So he played in the middle. He played at linebacker with Braden. He's a really high effort guy, and so we moved him away from the ball a little bit. So it's harder for offensive linemen to get their hands on him, and he can chase. So they can't run away from him.
Gotcha.
With where we're playing him now. And then Bimbo was productive as a freshman, and he stepped up his production as a sophomore. He needs to continue to mature, but he does a really good job for us. And then John Foster Ham's just been the consistent guy, you know, out there at outside linebacker, and he's improved every week. You know, they're all going to get stronger, continue to get stronger, and you know, I'm proud of them just as a whole, as a group. You know, in the secondary played much better. We adjusted the formation so much better. Everything was just smoother. They were more focused and locked in, which is in part due to the way we practiced last Wednesday. We had a fantastic practice, and we were just ready to play.
And it showed.
And that showed up on the field, you know, even though we didn't finish the way we wanted to.
I got you. Coach, how do you grade your special teams from last Friday night? Were they okay?
Yes, sir. They were okay. That's something that we've improved upon over the last 2 years, and you know, I think punt-wise we were a little low on our average compared to where we had been, you know, in previous weeks. But that's a credit, you know, to GW Long. Tip of the hat to them. They pressured us in some different ways than we've seen, and they did a really good job with that. So, you know, I want our extra point kicking to get a little bit better. You know, it's been really consistent, but you know, with what we do on offense, I'm never afraid to go for two. I got a bunch of 2-point plays.
Okay.
You know, most of them are power.
Yeah. All right then. Well, hey, let's turn the page a little bit. Let's move on to Geneva County. And Coach, they hadn't won a game yet. They're 0-6 overall and 0-4 in the region, but
yes,
they can cause trouble.
Oh, no doubt.
And especially since y'all got a ride over there. Anytime you're on the road, crazy things seem to happen. Tell us what challenges Geneva County brings to the table.
So, I mean, I think their record's a little deceiving. They have, you know, some really quality athletes and quality players. You know, they didn't just graduate everybody out over the last 2 years after a lot of the success Coach Strickland had over there. You know, they got a new guy at the helm. He's in his second year. Josh Thompson, he pulls double duty between football and basketball, and by doing both of those, he does a fantastic job of what he does. I think they are young in some spots. They're big, and they're not, you know, they're not bad on defense. They're really better on defense than they are on offense, which I think if you look statistically, it probably shows. But you know, it's one of those deals where I think it's deceiving, and you know, with the lack of success in our history at Zion Chapel, we can't afford to overlook anybody. So our guys have to get on the bus, you know, headed to Hartford on Friday, ready to go. You know, being locked in on focus,
absolutely,
on their jobs and what we got to do.
Absolutely. Well, you know, hey, get focused in on the rest of the week's practice and get over and get a W.
Yes,
Coach Cody Keene on the line with the Zion Chapel Rebels. They head over to Hartford, as you heard him say, this coming up Friday night, and they'll be taking on Geneva County. Coach Keene, thank you for taking time to call in tonight. I greatly appreciate it, and best of luck versus Geneva County this week. Get the Zion Chapel Rebels a W.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Neil.
All right, Coach Keene. Coach Keene with the Zion Chapel Rebels. We appreciate y'all tuning in tonight for the Coaches Show. We had a good time. We'll catch you next Wednesday night. Thank you.
And when we put God and family first, we go to Illinois,
Indiana, North Carolina, South